Street Elites, by the fans, for the fans. Remember to like, share, subscribe and ring the notification bell for all future content. Come on, you irons! Don't forget, like, subscribe, share the content and tickle that bell. Green Street Elites, by the fans, for the fans. Welcome to Matchday Rewind.
Artie. Artie, Zen. Yeah, look, we're just gonna throw some bars in, have a bit of a laugh, have some fun. Hope you guys like it. Much love. You know it is. Come on, you wines. When I jump on a track, I flow like an artist. Lyrical brush, I paint all my hardship. Take off too fast, so strap up your harness. Leaving the ocean parted. Moses, nothing. Needing to find my bro like Reddit's. Believe it or no, my death's no challenge. I ain't the hardest, can't be rapping and wheeling. Chilling in the back street, chatting. Or we can stand in your place. Handstand down while we dance in your grave. Handstand plan, there's no chance of a fake. I've been a fan cam ram, but the man on the plate unhinged. Hit the bars so hard, see that cringe. Solar bars, changing the colour of your skin. Polar charts, filling the Arctic wind. Know my path, lit in the darkness in. I know it's hard to be the goat at last. I wanna show my cards, I got a bro with hearts, gonna devote my part to the bro from the start. Might as well go through him, my dart as I load my hope. I'm broke, I chose to go alone. I know my death's from overdose or comatose. Will blow my bro dope to rope, but use a choke, abuse a coach, diffuse a home. Flips up a pound, gives up on crowns, trips up, falls down, sits up on ground, sits up and out. Through rubbers and bounce, lives ups and downs, she comes around. It's us without the us and ours. How the fuck did I wake up here from the haze and beers and the games of beers? How the fuck do I make it clear? I don't chase that gear that I hate from fearing. This is just a test of flows. Am I grades are the best with those? Yeah, the best. Tell me that I'll let it go. Let it go. That we frozen, let it float. Nah, we got that pound hidden in a mattress. Evergreen, not Everdeen, not Katniss. Snakes there, changing their faces. Too many catfish. Cause I'm a beast in the East. G's leaving these heat beats, needing to keep free. Please, and the peeps we see in the seas need heaps in the aqua. Deep for the backup, creeping the black up. Flee from the sergeant, dress up to dapper. I am the one, no matter. My tracks are tuney, you boys are loony. Calling him Clooney, just another actor. Your bitch mouse like a Fuji, passing around like a doobie. Taking her out, she's a foodie. I am a dragon, she slew me. And this is just a test of flows, hence the road ends at home. Dress and don't finesse the flow up. Hiroshima, you know I'm gonna blow up. Cause the market needs another glow up. Flesh is getting harder, man's not gonna show up. When I jump on a track, I flow like an artist. Lyrical brush, I paint all my hardship. Take off too fast, so strap up your harness. Leaving the ocean parted. Moses, nothing. Needing to find my bro like Reddit's. Believe it or no, my death's no challenge. I ain't the hardest, can't be rapping and wheeling. Chilling in the back street, chatting, yeah.
Good evening and welcome back to Green Street Elites. Another little impromptu live thing just for a bit of fun. We've got some people viewing. Nobody's actually made any comments yet except for myself, so we won't go to any comments. Well, this is just literally just a little chat about how the summer window's going so far. Not really going to go too deep into that, but I'm quite happy with everything that's happened so far. I'm quite looking forward to seeing who the next man is through the door. And as you can see, our marquee signing, if you don't mind me saying so, is behind me. With what will soon be the infamous or the famous save against Seville or Sevilla. Areola. I think he's our marquee signing. Don't care who else we bring in. Don't care how much they cost. I think that with the fact that we had him for a year on loan and we wanted to retain him, then we did. Makes him a marquee signing. He was somebody that we tested, scouted, and bought. That makes him a marquee signing, in my opinion. Anyone got any different views on that? Bring it in the chat. I'll be happy to address it. Anyone else got anybody else that they want to talk about? I mean, we could talk about Aguerd. We can talk about young Flynn Dawes. I don't really know too much about that young man, apart from what I've seen on YouTube. Similarly to Nav Aguerd, I haven't really sort of heard a lot about him other than YouTube videos and stuff, and he looks pretty useful. And as too does Flynn Downs. I mean, while he was playing for Swansea, somebody followed him around in a game with a video, surprisingly. I don't know who that would have been, but they followed him with the camera throughout the whole match, and they just highlighted the parts of the match where he was integral to the play. He's got a good footballing brain. I quite enjoyed watching him paint a picture of what he can do, if you like. You know, he was actually he's a young lad, and has no business to be chatted about as a seasoned player or anything like that. But he seems to have a very mature head on him. He seems to be quite interesting prospect, So yeah, we'll see what happens. Well, I am waiting for a couple of people to either respond or come in. Sent the link out to a couple of people, so hopefully things might get a little bit more interesting in a few minutes. We've got our eye on a few people from what I hear. As I said, I don't want to go too deep into it. I haven't done any research. I'm not really following the transfers until they're done, to be fair. Taking a leaf out of Kieran's book, a little drop of red wine never had anybody. So anyone got any points to put across? I mean, we're lacking conversation in the chat at the moment, or is it just me? Have I buggered up the chat or something? No, there seems to be nobody chatting. Okay, so there's not very many people watching yet either, so we'll give a few people a chance to get in, and I'll say good evening to Mr. Hammerhead, as always. Pops in. Good evening, Hammerhead. Thank you for joining me, sir. Much appreciated. Not a bad 2 games. Right, okay. That's something I wanted to talk about. I haven't seen any of the footage. Couldn't get a link. Couldn't find a link. And I've heard about the results. I think Hammerhead told me the results. Can't remember them now. I think it was 1-1 for one of the games and 2-1 for the other. So not bad result. Where's Peachington? Good point. He's probably catching up on the 2 games, if I know him, or chatting to Kimmy or something, You just never know with him, do you? Good evening to Robert Singleton. Thank you for joining us, Rob. Much appreciated, buddy. I'm glad you're here. Hammerhead says, I hope you're all right, Budgie, me old mugger, me old pal. Yeah, of course I am. Somebody mentioned, I think it was you earlier, mentioned when I was on the stream earlier, that I looked a bit grey. I think it's because I'm now using a green screen and I haven't yet sussed out the lighting situation properly yet. Bought myself a new little ring light and stuff, which I haven't actually got working yet. I'm limited to how many USBs I can use at the moment. I need to get an expansion port for that because I've only got two, one for my mouse and one for my webcam. So yeah, I can't actually use the ring light at the moment. So I am looking a little bit grey. I noticed that myself. And the shirt doesn't look as claret on the camera as it does. I wonder if I switch off the virtual background, I wonder if it will make my camera look any better. Not really. Not really. What about then? Let's bung that one on for now. Yeah, we like this one. How about if I switch from that camera to that camera? Let's see how that makes me look. Oh, now you can see my belly and everything. No, we don't like that one. We don't like that one. It's all positioned wrong and everything. Whereas that one, that's better. Okay, so we will get this light unit thing sorted out at some point. Oh, now I've got to move the camera anyway. And there we go. Right, yeah, we'll get that. In fact, you know what? If I was to plug that into something, I can't be bothered with it. It's more like a blinking muddle your way through StreamYard with budgie than anything else at the moment. People are chatting, saying hello to each other, which is very cool. Robert says, heard on the grapevine that Flynn, good mustard. Yeah, he is very good. He's really good at pushing play forward. He likes to push play forward. He's very good at that. Oh, gone back to that one. Sorry, mate. My bad. Excuse me. Yeah, Flynn, whatever it is. He's very, very good. Robert's saying hi to Hammerhead. Looks good though, Budgie. Looks retro. I like it. Yeah. What, this background here? What are we talking about now, Howard? Because this is my favourite background for the moment. I have got a few others that I can use, but no, I just like this one because I used. Oh, what happened now? Oh, don't know what happened there. I think I went missing for a minute. I like this one because this is the one I used for the background when I did the match day rewind. I used that as the background for the players that were used on the day. Like, for example, I'll just bring this one up. As you can see, it's got that background in the background. And obviously Mark Nobles is identical, you know. So yeah, that's what I did. I used that as the background for the matchday rewind team sheet. And I liked it that much. I thought it would be a nice background for the green screen as well. Yeah. Oh, I do apologise. Anyway, let's get back to the comments. Robert says Downs. That's it. I forgot his name as well. Yeah, Flynn Downs. That's the fella. That's the fella. No, the lightning and that. Oh, really? Hold on. The lightning and that. Lightning. Hang on. I had lightning. Did I have lightning? Don't remember how I did that. Oh, the lighting. Another lighting. Oh, well, anyway. Yeah. It looks proper retro. Right. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much. I like it too. So yeah, we've got loads of options on here now. Now that I've bought the screen, I've got lots of options that I can use. It's great. I have no idea how to use most of them, but I also like this one. I'm gonna go over this side of the screen for a minute because I do like this one. Yeah, that's a good background. Trouble is though, if I sit normally, I'm right in front of the cameo, and that's no good to me. I did this one for Happy Amoret earlier. She asked me if I had a Lanzini background, so I just quickly threw that one in. But yeah, that's what I was using. Mr. Areola. And I put that up there for a very good reason, because we have got him as a permanent deal. Now, I understand that was for like $8.5 million quid. Is that right? 8.5 million. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that was the figure that someone told, one of the other YouTube channels quoted. Classic pick, yeah. Brilliant. He's sitting on his shoulder budge. Well, what he's actually doing, I've gone in for the header and I'm too low, and he's gone and saved it for me. So that's what's Di Canio on the shoulder, kind of like the devil. Oh yeah, man. Yeah. Oh yeah, that was pretty cool as that happens. Now that you mention it. Yeah, there. Di Canio on my shoulder. Yeah, that's it. The devil on one side. Yeah, gotta have it, haven't you? But yeah, so it's not good, is it, mate? It's not bloody good. Yeah. So any more news on anybody else incoming or outgoing then, boys? Because you lot seem to have your fingers on the pulse more than I do. I just talk nonsense and drink red wine. Not really a very good image to have on screen, but there you go. What can you do? You got to do something with your life. So okay, so I'm just drivelling and talking nonsense. I was hoping that Peach was going to come on, because earlier on we were talking about this man over my shoulder here, and we really didn't get a chance to finish because the games were about to start, and Jake was going live, which I bloody missed because my daughter phoned me up and said, "Oh, Dad, I need your help." So I had to go and fly around to her, which wasn't good for me because my arms are aching now because I couldn't actually take off. I'm not built to fly. But there you go. Oh, crap dad joke, I know. But so yeah, I missed the games, and I missed the Jake show, the watch along or whatever. So right, where were we? Robert says, wasn't it 11 million euros with us, about 8 mil? Oh, that must have been it then, Robert. I knew that there was an 11 million deal offered to us when we took him on loan. Now, I wasn't sure if that was pounds or euros. So I'm assuming now that was in euros, which is about 8.25. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Yeah, indeed. Hammerhead says, hope we can get a striker through the door. I think we're all hoping for that, Hammerhead. It's a must, mate. We know that. Antonio knows it. And I think you find David Moyes kind of knows it too, doesn't he, really? Sharky, Good evening, sir. He says, hey, Budge. Thank you for joining, sir. Very, very much appreciated. Wine is recommended in a healthy diet, Budgie. Is it? Brilliant, because I had a Chinese earlier and a drop of red. So is that a healthy diet, do you think? I think it is. And, I don't, I'm not going to advertise, so I'll cover up a part of the label. But this is the wine I'm drinking. Very, very nice wine. It's a Merlot. It's a Merlot, and it's just very nice. And I chill it in the fridge before I drink it. Red wine's really nice at room temperature, but it's better chilled if you're just drinking it as a social drink. If you're drinking it with a meal, it has to be room temperature. But as a social drink, which is what I'm doing right now, out of the fridge, mate. An hour and a half in the fridge, and we are cooking on gas. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, boys and girls? Robert says, strong rumours that we have or about to bid for that Scamara fella. Don't know if that's how you spell it. I don't know if that's how you spell it or say it. I've only heard the rumours that have been going around. I'm not 100% certain on it. I haven't really checked in on it over the last couple of days. I have been pretty busy with personal stuff and that. Good evening, Mr. Bong. Thank you for joining us, sir. Very glad you could join us. As always, you're very welcome. Chinese hammered, yes, and it was delicious, mate. Delicious. Good evening, Epic. Thank you for joining us. Scamaka. Okay. Scamaka. Anyway, that's him. Good evening, happy Amaret. Thank you for joining us as well, sweetheart. Glad you could, and happy that you did. Oh God! Now look, Hammerhead's going to get me right. I'm not even getting into it anymore. He's a bowler. I don't even want to say the name now. I'm going to call him Scaramanga, I think. If you know, you know. If you don't, the man with the golden gun will give you a clue. Sharky. Now that's a question. That is a question. What Chinese did I get? I had the house special fried rice with the prawns and the pork and the veg and everything else on top of it in that really nice creamy kind of like gravy sauce, oyster sauce, I think it is. Not dark, light, so it might not be oyster. Anyway, so that's what I had that with a curry sauce, and I had barbecue spare ribs, I had spring roll, I had sweet and sour king prawns, the balls with the dip, and I think I had 2 bags of, no, I only had 1 bag, the other bag's in the car, a bag of prawn crackers as well. Just a light snack really, mate, and believe me, I ate it all. Yeah, my brother had one of the ribs. There was 10 in the box, so Chinese hammer. Yeah, I did. In fact, you saw me at the hotel in Chelmsford that time, eating Chinese and stuff, and I have it in 2 sittings, but yeah, I ate a lot. And yes, you know how much I eat. You've seen it. Good evening, Rob from Hammerette. Hungry Sharky, she says. Yeah, mate. Try again, bid. Oh, okay. Yeah. I've just seen another new name for the evening. Not a new name to us, any of us, but he's a new commenter this evening. Happy Amaret says, background makes me want to open another beer. I suggest you do. In fact, I'll tell you what, seeing as you've arrived, and I am kind of messing about for the evening, I'm not really doing anything really sort of planned or programmed. There you go, just for you, Happy. There you go, Happy now. Happy now. Third time lucky, Rob. And there it is. Trodge, thank you very much for joining, sir. Glad you did. Scaramanga, bitch up, new prodigy. Yes, mate, he's very, very, very good. From what I've understood, I haven't actually done any research and I don't know how to pronounce his name. But if anybody wants to come on, I'll put the link in the chat. I know you're itching to get on here, but you've already got the link. So, yeah. Yeah, okay. I'm driving to Wales and back tomorrow. What? Oh, is this for your caring job, I take it? Because nobody goes to Wales unless they have to, really, do they? I don't know. I've never been to Wales without having to go. Trodge's laughing. And then good evening, mate. Good evening to you, sir. Thank you for joining us. See, I knew you'd like that. I knew it. Yeah, I'm actually going to have, when I start doing because like today, as I said, Pete and I had this little impromptu thing. We just had a little chat about the cameo, heroes or legends or heroes. The actual little series is going to be called Legends or Heroes. And today we spoke about Paolo Di Cameo, and you know there will be other players that will come into the mix, and no doubt that man behind me will definitely be a part of it as well. So you know, I know that there's one person that will say he's a bloody legend. Bloody auto correction, says Robert. I know, mate. It's all Scaramanga, the man with the golden gun. Don't envy you, HH. No. See, driving to Wales and back. See, it's punishment. What have you done wrong? This is what I want to know. Matches your duvet happy. Matches the cardboard cutout that she draws over every morning at breakfast. Did you see that Boreham Wood had a player called Mendy? Yeah, I did. Well, actually, I saw that you mentioned it and you said, surely it's a typo. Is it? I mean, did you find out whether it was a typo? You know, I mean, could it have been Bendy Mendy or Wendy Bendy? Wendy Mendy? Bendy Wendy? Could it have been any of them? Matches her wallpaper, Trosh. Yeah. He's a left back. We should sign him. Hang on, who are we talking about here now? Sorry, Scaramanga. He's a left back. Yeah. We were talking earlier in the chat, I believe, about Happy asked, would we rather sign a left back or a left winger? And I said, how about a left wing back? And I've been led to believe, or am I wrong, that he's not only a left back, but he can play left wing back as well. That's one of his, you know, strings in his bow, if you like, from what I'm led to believe. I could be wrong. Scaramanga does a lot of back heels and flicks. Had flashbacks. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, we'll have to see if he comes. We'll have to see what he does, and I'm pretty sure that David Moyes would kind of iron out any issues that we may have seen previous to him coming. He's great defensively, apparently, according to Happy, which is good to hear, good to see. He looks like the son of Kalina, the mad ref. Oh, big eyes and bald head. Loved him. Pier Luigi Kalina. Great. What a great character. And done so much for the world of refereeing, if I'm honest. He was the first really great character ref. And, you know, in his 35 or whatever it was years that he was officiating games, he was the greatest. And, you know, there'll never be another Pier Luigi Kalina. What a great guy he was. In fact, I may even do a show about him one day. I loved him that much. I know I shouldn't say that about a referee. It's like saying I like a police officer, but you know, I kind of did love him. I loved him. He was a scary character, Trudge, and not only was he a scary character, but he was a scary ref. If you messed with him, he didn't have no compunctions about getting all his cards out of his pocket, even his credit card to get you a cab home, mate. I'm telling you, he weren't having none of it. Great referee, best referee this world's ever known, in my opinion. Alexa is reminding me to take the rubbish out. Back shortly. Okay, don't let Alexa down, mate. She'll have your guts for garters, son. She's a bossy old cow, Alexa. Bossier than any woman I've ever met. Happy saying it's Jacob Marley. Jacob Mendy. Jacob Marley. The ghost of Christmas past. Yeah, that would have been funny. Jacob Mendy. Mendy is Jacob Mendy. James Bond says he wants Scaramanga, the Bond villain, with a third areola. That's him. That's him. It was him. Christopher Lee played the part. He wore a white suit and all that. And there was a section where James Bond, Roger Moore, impersonated Scaramanga, and he had this artificial nipple. And he said, quite titillating, really. And just things I remember from the film. But yeah, that was him. That was him, Mr. Bond. Thank you very much. I'm talking about the striker, though. Think yous are talking to someone else. I've only just joined. No, hang on. We are talking about Scaramanga. We were talking about, or whatever his blinking name is. What he's a left back. Or are we when you first joined, we were talking about a striker, which was what was his bloody name again? Oh God, I don't know. But anyway, we were talking about Flynn Downs when you first came in. I'm sure we were. I was saying how much he likes to push forward with the ball rather than go backwards, which is always a nice thing. Yeah, Kalina looked like a nut job. He certainly did, Sharky. He looked like a nut job and he acted like one. But what a great ref. I mean, you cannot fault the man. I think if he was around, well, he's still alive, I'm assuming. Haven't heard of his passing. But I don't know why they don't get him involved in the VAR. He would straighten that right up. You know he would. No messing about. There is no way that VAR would be such a mess if you had someone like Kalina involved. Sharky says, I bet you would say the same thing of Mike Dean. No, look, Mike Dean, for me, was just an annoying prick, as I'm not actually going to say the word. Mike Dean, I never, no, I never really did go with Mike Dean. I thought he was biased. I thought he had an agenda. So no, Kalina never had an agenda. The only agenda he ever had was keep the game flowing. If you can't keep the game flowing, show him a card. Simple. James says, hi, Happy and Rare. What were the two final scores? Mike Dean looks like yes, we know what he looks like. Happy, thank you very much. The final scores were 2-1 to West Ham in one of the games and 1-1 in the other. James. Ben Rama scored the goal in the 1-1 draw. Bowen and someone else scored in the other game. Bean. Jasper Carrot. What the? Hang on, what are we talking about here? Jasper Carrot. Tory? What? You're losing me with his comment. Oh, fucking Jesus. I won't say prick, but I'll say that. Anyway, Antonio hit the woodwork. Oh, sorry, my bad, James. It was Chester's and Zuma that scored. And Benny got the goal. Benny got the goal in the other game, in the 1-1. Antonio hit the woodwork. What, the woodwork holding the stands up? Because normally they're just rocket shots, aren't they, from him? Anyway, I haven't seen it, so I'm just taking the mickey. Randolph did a punch to them for the goal. Conceded. Really? Really? Didn't even know Randolph was still playing for us. Thought he was transfer listed. Dan Chester's the new Lanzini. Careful, Sharky. Careful. Careful. That's a risky statement to be putting up on here when we have a certain lady of the realm in the room. Probably been on the beers. Beautiful though. The fans were singing "He's one of our own" to Downs. That's great. That is really good. He's one of our own. Brilliant. Mike Dean is a single word. Blatant. Yeah. Absolutely right, Trudge. He's involved with football still. Yeah, I would imagine he is, but he needs to head up the VAR thing. He needs to be the one training VAR officials and stuff, because we need that kind of approach. We need that no nonsense, no bullshit, I'm having it and that's it approach. VAR takes too long at the moment. You know, what they need is someone that VAR to turn around to the referee and go, no, that was offside. Now take the play back. You can come and have a look if you want, but it was offside. And that's what the decision should be. I know it takes the decisions away from the refs, but like we said, a lot of refs have an agenda. A lot of refs have an agenda. I think Mike Dean looks like a hippo's nutsack, says Happy. Yeah, okay. Not that I've ever been that close to or ever actually noticed a hippo's nutsack. But hey, you know, each to their own. Made it all about him, Mike Dean. Yeah, he did. And hang on, before I actually read that comment out, let me just take it off a minute. Who was the referee that I used to love calling the Gay Cavalier? Do you remember him? I think he was Italian or Spanish or Greek or something. He had a moustache and that. He used to run around, and when he showed a card, he would go, oh, like that. And it was just hilarious. It was like all very feminine movement. It was really funny. I used to love calling him the Gay Cavalier. Yeah, I can't remember his name now, but he was a great ref as well. He was funny as heck. I imagine he does anyway. Yes. I saw the Antonio shot he lashed against the woodwork. Okay. It was on the cam. Okay. Cool. Was that the cam that went down, Trudge? Yeah, it came back up with a few snippets. Okay, so we won't read all of these out, but that was never a reason. Yeah, see, Sharky agrees with me. Hammerette, what are you doing looking at a hippo's nutsack? This is what we need to know. We need to know. Look, there's new comments. Lovely. Bucket C shot. James says chills. Too many cooks spoil the broth. Indeed they do. Sharky says, I do not understand how VAR is used so poorly in the Premier League, especially with the money that's involved. That's extremely true. And the thing is, I mean, they're saying, oh, we're still learning how to cope with it and learning what we can and can't do with it and this and that. But surely, you know, there must be a guideline set down, but it just doesn't seem to work to any guideline, does it? VAR seems to just have a mind of its own. Thanks for the info, Budgie. Guess no one has seen the games. No, I don't know. I know that one or two had seen them. I think Hammerette found a link for them. I don't know. She did say that one of them was naff, but yeah, I haven't seen them. Rangers game is going to be brilliant. Yeah, and I'm hoping that they bloody stream it or televise it. I think they should just put it on the West Ham YouTube thing. VAR is just another tool that can be used to manipulate games. It's supposed to assist the officials in making the right decisions to make the game flow easier, but how it flows easier with a 4-minute break because they can't decide whether the ball's over the line or not, or whether it's his hand, or whether it's intentional, or whether, you know, it's not assisting the game, as you said. And I've got a funny feeling that whoever it is that owns the technology or the software for the technology or something, I wouldn't mind betting that he's a Premier League official, or a UEFA official, or a FIFA official. There's got to be some reason. There's got to be a financial gain for it, as well as anything else, I'm telling you. Ref with one person has to take responsibility. With a ref, one person has to take responsibility. Yeah, and it always was that way, and it should always be that way. But now that they've got VAR, it should be the VAR responsibility, because they're saying that VAR can overrule a referee. So, you know, I've seen it happen. Yeah, they can all shift the blame. You're right, they can, and they do, and they will. I don't know what's happened to Peach. Obviously, he's disappeared off somewhere, but hey, whatever. That earthy lad got a lot of game time. Okay. Earthy lad? Yeah, that's what I thought. Saw some dodgy phone clips before they got removed. Laugh out loud. George, I think, he's our very young striker. He was subbed on at 89 minutes. Oh, okay. What, George Earthy, yeah? Is that his name? George Earthy. Nice. I've not heard of that. No, neither have I. But I'm sure if he's any good, we will. Okay, so let's change my background again, because I'm getting a little bit. I think I'll just go back home now. Go back to my lounge. Here we go. Yeah, that'll do. Yeah, I'll go and play the piano later. Right, well, look, Peach ain't going to turn up. I've been live for 43 minutes. Not a lot's happened. I haven't really come up with much content. We've just been talking stuff in the chat, which is always a good thing. Always like to I like to engage with the chat. That's what it's more. It's all about you guys. It's more about you lot than it is me. Oh, incidentally, while I'm on the subject of you guys, if there is anybody out there that wants to tell me their story about why they're West Ham fan, who your favourite players are in history, what you want to see from the club going forward, you know, who your worst manager is, your worst player is, your best manager, best game, worst game, best moment, worst moment, any of that kind of stuff. If you want to come on and talk to me, tell me your story, let me know. Dana boy, nice to see you. Yeah, I love it. It's it costs me a lot of money to keep the place clean though, mate. Got to have a cleaner come in, because I'm useless with cleaning materials. Yeah, it's virtual, mate. Yeah, it'd be nice if it was mine. What are my thoughts on the virtual offside being used in the World Cup? Will detectors of in the balls and 12 cameras around the grounds? Now, putting any kind of technology into a ball, other than the technology to make, shape, you know, aerodynamicize or whatever, you know, anything other than the shape and size of the ball, any other technology you apply to it, like as in sensors of all kinds of description, it's going to open itself up to damage, impact damage, water damage, any kind of damage. It's going to open itself up to some kind of damage. There's going to be some kind of electrical fault. You know, you've only got to dislodge one tiny little diode or whatever, and it's not going to work. Listen, for me, technology in a ball, sling it out, get rid of it. Right? If you can't do it with cameras and a lino and a referee, what the hell are we playing the game for? We might as well have fucking robots out there in a pair of shorts. Which Premier League manager do you think will be the first to go? Eric Ten Hag. And it'll be his choice. He's walking into a shit show right now, and unless he's really strong-willed, he might turn around and walk straight back out the door again. Can't see it, but, you know, here's me money. I'll go and put a fiver on it, 100 to 1 or something, you know what I mean? Be nice, wouldn't it? Detectors in the match balls is ridiculous. There you go. See, Hammeret's backing up what I said. Thank you, Hammeret. I appreciate that. Yeah. Yes, Happy. You ready for the bin mint tomorrow? Rubbish sorted, Rob. Yeah, of course. It's weird how I put them up in the wrong order. I hope it's Fat Frank. Oh, that ain't a bad shout, though, Happy. You know, actually. But he has been recruiting, hasn't he? Has he? I'm sure he's been recruiting in this window so far. Or if not, at least scouting. If he gets the players he wants around him, I'm pretty sure he'll do something with them. I mean, he got rid of Richarlison. He sold Richarlison, which I think is probably the best move he's ever made managerially. Because I think Richarlison is poisonous with his attitude and his prima donna attitude. And I think Tottenham are going to suffer as a result of it. Don't get me wrong, he'll probably be a contender for the Golden Boot by the end of the season if Harry Kane and Son have got anything to do with it. But he'll ruin their changing room because he's done it to Everton. He's been poisonous, in my opinion. Why trial something new at a World Cup? Don't FIFA ever learn? Exactly right, James, and I fully agree with that. If you're going to trial it, you trial it at something like, I don't know, the Intertoto. No, that don't even exist anymore, does it? The Betway Cup or the Emirates Cup or the, you know, I don't know, whatever. You know, you do it in pre-season and stuff. You have a little pre-season tournament. Do it at bloody international friendlies even. Do you know what I mean? It's just flipping ridiculous. If you're going to trial something, trial it when you can trial something, not when the games mean so much. I mean, if we was to get knocked out in like semi-final because of a dodgy decision from a flipping microchip in a football, and you know, like all the other cameras and everything are all stating it was onside, it should have been allowed. Yeah, and no, it's offside. Go on, sling your hook, you're out of the competition. Oh, mate, I swear to God, I probably would never watch another FIFA competition again in my life. I actually became a West Ham fan in 2003. Marlon Harewood, my favourite ever striker. Let me show you something. Right, I'm going to just quickly disappear off camera. I'm going to pick the camera up like this. Oh, look, there we go. I've just gone and ruined the whole goddamn thing. Can you see that? Pretty sure you can. Signed and authenticated. Marlon Harewood. That was sent to me by a good friend of mine called Anton Baker, who is one of the lads from West Ham Network. And I was feeling a bit down in the dumps one day, and he sent me that as a gift to cheer me up. Right, bear with me. I will get my camera sorted out again in a second. Oh God, look, I've got that all upside down. There we go. That goes like that. And then we go like that. There we go. There we go. I think I better pour myself another little drop of wine. Yeah, so yes, Marlon Harewood. Dana boy. Marlon Harewood. Loved him. I call him Marlon Hairpiece, actually. It's just a little bit of bants I have about him. It's but I love him. Don't get me wrong, I love him. In my top 5 of characters that West Ham have ever had. Probably in my top 7 strikers. But yeah, loved him. Absolutely loved him. Happy Hammer agrees with that. Sticks our thumbs up. Yeah, it's all right, Rob. Don't worry, mate. We do get the thing. So Robert said, Ten Hag just been Liverpool in a friendly 4-0 out in Japan. They've just beaten Liverpool in a friendly. Wow. Right, now, see, this is what happens when loads of comments come in together. I'm actually going to skip some of the Eddie Howe, I think. Mourinho to replace him. Oh, now see, that's controversial, mate, because I don't believe that there's a team in the UK now that will employ Mourinho. I think he's done in the UK, and certainly in the Premiership. I think he's done. Yeah. He made a lackluster Tottenham into a mediocre lackluster Tottenham. And, you know, it took him leaving for them to pick up. So, you know, not being funny or nothing, I think his time's done in Britain. So it's not just me then, says Robert. No. Right, okay. Yeah, saw that, Rob. Liverpool made 11 subs at half-time when they were 3-0 down. Well, they have the kids on at first then? I suppose they must have done, really. Why have a World Cup in the summer? To suit the hosts. Because that's the host's coolest time, apparently. Why have a World Cup in Qatar anywhere, anytime, for any reason? It's not a footballing nation. They've never qualified for the World Cup in their lives. Why allow them to host it? This is what I'm talking about. You know, it's not just referees that have an agenda. It's FIFA and UEFA officials and FA officials. All of them have got an agenda. And money is one of them. Qatar is a rich state, which is why they're allowing them to have the World Cup, not because they've got any footballing bloody heritage. Yes, I said it, and if you want to ban this video, YouTube, ban it. Stick it up your arse. Bobby Zamora, Adam Nolan, Don Hutchinson, Steve Lomas, Christian Daly, and Matty Everington, etc. Yes. Great players, one and all. Zamora and Dino used to be my faves. Yeah, Get on camera and tell me about it then, Happy. We can record it, pre-record it. You can have a look at it. If you don't like it, I won't release it. Let's just at least do your in crowd. You never know, you might enjoy it. You never know. You'll be talking to me. Yeah, no, you probably won't enjoy it. Sweet. When the ball hits your head and you're sat in Rose Ed, it's Samora. Yeah. Yeah, she knows all the songs, mate. Don't you worry about that. She's now saying, how is everyone doing anyway? Haven't been on at all lately. No, that's because you've been a busy little beaver and we know that. So don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We're all good. Dana Boy says, as a child, I loved his football and watching many football teams. Had a Liverpool, Man United, Newcastle, Villa, West Ham kit, all around the same age. I have many Southern family members who support Northern teams. Yeah, and there are many people that do that. But as a young lad, I liked watching individual players, and which kind of got my brother and a few of his mates kind of taking the piss, saying that I supported the First Division. Well, the fact was, because I liked Frank Worthing, who played for Leicester, or I liked John Radford, who played for Arsenal, or I liked, Frank McAvenny, who plays for West Ham, obviously, or I liked, Malcolm McDonald, who played for Newcastle. Because I liked these players, my brother thought I supported the team. Mate. So anyway, we suggested that. We read that one out. 2003 at 12, became legit West Ham fan because my three brothers are too. Right, listen, Dana Boy, do you want to talk to me on camera? Because I don't want to read your life story out on a live stream. I want you to tell me, face to face on camera. If you want to do it, stick your email in the comments and I will email you, or you can email me. In fact, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to put a banner up. You on Twitter? If you are, no, that's not working, that one. Just bear with me for a minute. Why is that not working? Right. Let's just edit that for a second. That can go like that. Save that. And then do that. Where is it then? Come on. That's got to be taking a mickey, isn't it? Oh. What if I press that one then? No, nothing. Oh. Don't know what's going on. That's no good, is it? Anyway, so it's not a problem. It's not a problem. Let's go back to the comments section. And we have no comments up, so let's go that one. We are all hammers in my family, aside from my mum and bro-in-law, who are spuds. Ruins the street cred. I've actually met your brother-in-law as well, actually, and he's actually a decent fella. And I reckon with a little bit more persuasion, I reckon you could turn him, mate. I reckon you could. A little bit more persuasion, maybe stiletto shoe in the toe or something, just really stand on it and give him a West Ham shirt. I'm sure he'll put it on. I'm sure he will. Get a photograph, plaster it all over the Tottenham forums. He's ruined, mate. His street cred will be gone and he'll have to support the Hammers. Dana Boy says, it's weird, my 13-year-old boy doesn't like football. It's not that weird, mate. I've got a 19-year-old boy who only started getting into football last year. Never kicked a ball in his life till last year. But with my little 7-year-old girl supports Wolves. Oh, okay. Whereas my daughter, who is 2 years older than my son, was in school football team from 6 years old. So yeah, my son wasn't really interested in football. He was more interested in what's it called? Grand Theft Auto and shit like that. Go on, Dana. Be good to hear your stories on West Ham. See? Come on. Please, come on, man. I just need an email address or a WhatsApp number. No, don't put your WhatsApp number in the chat. In fact, my WhatsApp number can go in the chat. In fact, I am going to put my WhatsApp number in the chat because this is for the channel, so it doesn't really make any difference, does it? So if I find my WhatsApp number, which will be under G, where is it then? There it is, GSE. Now, in the chat, I am going to post my WhatsApp number. I'm being brave now. That is my WhatsApp number. On the screen right now. So if you want to join the list of guests that I've had on the In Crowd, if you want to tell me your story, put that number in your phone, connect with me on WhatsApp, send me a message, tell me who you are, tell me what your screen name is as well, because I might not know you by it. If you tell me your name's Danny Smith, I might go, oh yeah, who's that then? Whereas if you say Dana Boy, yeah, my real name's Danny or whatever the case may be. Yeah, just give me link me up, mate. Link me up, honestly. That's good. Right, so don't forget, I'm going to leave that on the screen. Oh, no, not that. I'm going to leave that on the screen for a little while. Oh, no, I won't release it on a Friday, Happy. Don't worry. I'm actually going to start thinking about doing a weekly slot for the in-crowd things, and I was thinking about a Sunday evening at about 4 p.m, 5 p.m, depending on whether we've got a game on that day or not. If we've got a game on the Sunday, then it will be moved up to about 7 or 8 p.m, but England, UK time. But yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So yeah, just write down my digits and stick it in your phone. And I'm going to go back up the chat a little bit and see if I can catch up with some of these comments. Right, so whereabouts in South London are you then, Dana Boy? Because I ain't far from South London myself. I'm just by Gatwick Airport, so I am south of London. So yeah, whereabouts are you, mate? You know, might even come and do a live interview with you. That'd be a pretty good one. You sit at have coffee or something, and do a live one. I've never done that before, and I would find the time to do that. You know, we can meet up at a coffee shop or, you know, whatever, and have a Costa and do an interview. 45 minutes to an hour at the max. There you go. And I'm good for it. I will come. You know, I've driven to people before now, and not been able to go there because of COVID and stuff. I wasn't able to actually pay the visit I was supposed to make. I drove all the way there, though, which was a bit of a pain. But there you go. Oh, I bet the arse gets shit all the time. I should have read this one out first, shouldn't I? I am the eldest of 8, had all West Ham except one who's Arsenal. Ooh, Robert. See, now, why don't you come on as well? Look, my number is in the chat. It's in the chat, and in a minute I will back it back up on the screen again. But, you know, get yourself in, man. Maybe it's just on my screen those banners weren't working. But I seem to have a bit of an issue going on my screen on the left. Maybe if I was to put my TV screen on, I might be able to see what's actually happening on the screen. And I don't know where the bloody old Peach got to. In fact, let's send him a voice note. So, Peach, where are you, man? I'm here. I'm here now. Why did I put 11 p.m? Or is that him? No, that's him. Oh, no, he sent me a link for 11 p.m. Oh, that's funny. That's really funny. Never mind. Never bloody mind. It's mad because I don't even know why my around East London. Anyways, went to Upton Park by train and I drive now and park in Westfield. Well, that's pretty damn brave of you driving into Bingbob and parking at Westfield. Just let me know, how much does it cost you for the period that you're there to park at Westfield? Because I've considered doing it. I'm not really great on public transport, although I've got better over the last year for having to, in some respects, because I've refused to drive into London. Yeah, so let me know what it costs you. Pun not intended. I won't like it, trust me, and I won't enjoy it. Now, I know what you're talking about. You're talking about coming on and doing like a recording. All right, okay, look. You don't seem to have too much of a problem with video call. I suppose there have been times when, you know, you and I have done video calling before and you've been pretty cool with it. You know, while you're driving along, you've video called me before now. Just wanted to see how you're doing, Budge. It's just like that. It's just, you tell me about why you love West Ham so much. You tell me about why you love Lanzini so much. Talk about what you want. Just talk to me on camera. Just do it, please. I'm not begging. I'm actually really just joshing with you. I know you don't want to do it, and I respect that. Let's say he wasn't the favourite in the household. We're talking about your brother who supports Arsenal. Well, you know, it's like me. I'm West Ham. Both of my brothers and my sister are all Chelsea. So as you can imagine, I've got a lot of stick over the last few years from them. But now it's me sticking it on them because, you know, we're doing really well at the moment, and I'm relishing that. I'm rolling in the hay of it. You know, I love it. So I know how you feel. Well, I know how your brother feels a little bit, but as a West Ham fan rather than as an arse. We are all hammers in my family. So, oh, hang on a minute. I've already read that one out. Right, where were we? So this one says, do you have WhatsApp, Dana? Budgie can email you a link to join a stream. That's true. Well, I can WhatsApp him a link, yeah. I mean, that's it, Dana. All you got to do is link me on WhatsApp, mate. And I don't know if you already have, because I don't check my phone very much when I'm streaming. So, but yeah, it's literally it's just like sitting on a video call like Skype or something like that, and you know, you literally you just chat. You just tell me why you love West Ham or why you hate certain players or managers or backroom staff or the owners or whatever. We try not to get too political and try and keep it as politically correct in the way of like swearing, sexual references and stuff like that. But other than that, there's no real rules. You just talk about what you want to talk about as long as it's West Ham related. I'm good with it, so I'm up for it. I wouldn't be able to be able to now. Got a baby right now next to me in bed, but would love to eventually, mate. Honestly, it's an open offer. And if you do send me a link on WhatsApp, send me a number. I will add you to our WhatsApp group if you want, because anyone that comes onto that show gets an invitation to join the WhatsApp group. And of course, even though Happy Amaret hasn't appeared on camera, she's part of the group because she's a moderator for the channel and also a moderator for the group. So there you go. So if I do accidentally smash my phone to bits because I'm angry with it or something, and I get a new phone, at least I know I can get back into the WhatsApp group because I have moderators or administrators or whatever you call them, admins. Yeah, so obviously, Danny, when you, I'll put my number on the screen again in a bit, just in case any of you missed it. Budgie, bet you was in your element when he signed for us in 1976. Yeah, I kind of was. Mate. I kind of was. Smokes will sort it out for you when you're ready. I certainly will. And see, this is what I'm talking about. This is my spanner at work here. We call her a spanner because that's what she has. It does show. You have still got your spanner, haven't you, Happy? I can't see it on here, but I know you should have one. In fact, no, it's not showing. Hold on. Isn't that weird? Wait one second. What is going on here? Gonna have to go to the phone again now. Wait 1 second. What is going on here? Right, there we go. Oh yeah, it's showing on YouTube on here, so that's all right. Yes, you are still a spanner. Good. Right, okay. It's right. It's not that I've removed anybody, but like there have been some changes to StreamYard and YouTube recently, so I just wanted to make sure they hadn't taken all the moderators and stuff off. I've got a lot to rant about anyway. Yeah, that's good. That's really good. And you know, Dana, don't worry, mate, because I did an in-crowd with Duke from Ford from Iron. Now, I also did one with Gatesy. Now, when Gatesy and I did it, I said to him, look, Rob, I like to keep it between sort of 45 minutes to an hour. I think Rob and I did 48 minutes. It was great. We covered everything we wanted to cover. It was perfect. Then I did, a few weeks later, I did an interview with Duke. And I said to him, yeah, Duke, I like to keep it between like 3/4 of an hour and an hour. He's like, yeah, no problem, bud. We'll sort it out. 3.5 hours later, we ended the stream. So, and I didn't bother to edit it out because it was great. I really enjoyed it. I love chatting with him. And it's something that people can watch. They can serialize it themselves, you know. It's worth doing because he comes up with some lovely stories and, you know, he tells a story about how his parents basically escaped Nazi Germany and stuff like that. So it's a really interesting show. And that's why I never stopped it. And that's why it went on for 3.5 hours, because Duke has got some stories to tell, mate. And if you haven't watched it, guys, I urge you to watch it, even if you do it in 45-minute slots or half-hour slots or something. I'll just watch the whole damn thing, but it's well worth watching. Tomorrow evening, in, hang on, 1, 2, 3, 24 hours, 21 hours. At 8 o'clock tomorrow evening, there is a version of the In Crowd going out with myself and Jake. And Jake is interviewing me, asking me about why I'm a West Ham fan and some of my little stories and stuff. Just not very many, but some. So that's about an hour and 10 minutes long with the added editing and stuff that I've done with it. But yeah, so I'd like you to watch that if you can tomorrow, guys and girls. That's worth having a look at. If we concede more goals than Spuds in the Premiership this season, I have to wear his top scum shirt for 24 hours. What, you have to sleep in it and everything? Oh. Just whatever you do, do not allow pictures of you to go on social media or anything of you wearing that. Please do not do that to us. Even the thought of you wearing it makes me actually want to eat right now. Sorry, but no, please don't do that. Don't do it. Redford didn't score any goals. Radford, you mean? Radford, yeah. No, he didn't. But he was a player I loved. And yeah, you're right. In 76, when he signed for us, I was elated, just like I was when Ian Wright signed for us. Because Ian Wright is another player, regardless of who he played for. He was another player that I thought was just incredibly talented, well worth watching. Not somebody that you would generally ignore on the pitch. Very much like Thierry Henry. I mean, look, the list is endless. But back in the days when I was a young kid, and there was very little football on TV, and the only ever live games that you could see was the FA Cup final and the World Cup finals. You know, that was it. That was the only live football you ever got to see. Once a year, and then once every 4 years, you'd get like 10 games. 10 or 11 games, 12 games, whatever it was. So, you know, it was very difficult to follow football with any great detail like you can these days. I mean, pick up your phone, you can watch a video of any player, regardless of his age, regardless of his professional status, or whatever. You can watch any player on social media somewhere. You can find any player. Back then, like I told Jake, sometimes there was a bit of a wait to find out that we'd signed somebody. You know, if the national newspapers wasn't reporting or was unaware, or because it was West Ham, we would only get a small box in. You wouldn't have a full page spread that Alan Devonshire was signed for West Ham United. It would be like a little box about that big in the newspaper, quite easy to miss. And then like once a month you would get a magazine out called Shoot. And there was another one called Striker, but that was more of a storybook thing, really. That was connected to the Sun newspaper. But Shoot was brilliant because once a month it come out, and it would, during the silly season, transfer window, they would kind of cover team by team. And if a team hadn't done any business, they would still cover them. They would say, oh, Nottingham Forest didn't make any signings this week, but they are expected to have announcements in the coming days, or something like that, and it was just really difficult to get information, and it was just so frustrating. So, anybody who wants to link up with me on WhatsApp, that is the WhatsApp number that you need to contact. It does receive incoming calls, but I will reject them if I don't know who you are. If you're not saved on my my list of contacts. So any prank calls and that won't get through, so don't bother trying. So contact me if you want to get on here, and you can contact me tomorrow and say I can't come on for a month. That's fine. I don't want to come on until Christmas. That's fine. Please don't release it until the 11th of October because that's my birthday. That's fine. Do you know what I mean? It's all good. Whatever you want. It's about you. It's about the fans. It's about you. It's about you. Now that's just jumped about 600 levels. Not a Friday, so yeah, we've already been there. James says I was lagging 10 minutes behind. Thought the chat was strange. Okay, so you had the time bar sort of late. Yeah. Got ya. Too much, buddy. Oh yeah. So Dana says it's hard for me during the week. I'm in West Worthing. Wow. I'm travelling to and from to London every day for work and got a 2-month-old, but I am free Friday, Saturday, Sunday night, or I have a week off in 2 weeks. Well, listen, Dana, we can sort something out. Mate, you're in West Worthing. My daughter was living just around the corner from you in Shoreham. I worked so much in Worthing, West Worthing, all over Worthing. Mate, I'm happy to come down and see you down there. I really am. I love Worthing. It's a great town. It's a great town. I've had some great times down there. Absolutely brilliant. From Tooting originally, and I'm in West Worthing now. So that's where Titch is from. Hammers Fans United. He's from Tooting as well. Even closer. Love that. Hammerette in Evan Street. Oh, right. Yeah. Okay. Right. Whenever I see them two letters together, FN, it always makes me think of an old NATO personal issue weapon. Anyway, can't kid a kid a bomb. That's true. You can't. You cannot do that. I received. Oh no, this is going completely off subject. But I received some rather interesting information today, and it kind of shocked me. Which is, now that I'm thinking about it, I can't actually state what it is on a live show. I'm sorry, I can't. But Hammerette, after the show, I need to contact you if that's all right with you, because there's something I need to discuss with you. I need to pick your brain about what my next move should be, because I need a woman's perspective and not my daughter's, if you get my drift. Right, so moving on, or BSer, bullshit. That's it, mate. You cannot do that. I love him. I don't think he talks over too many people. Who are we talking about here? Who talks over? Hang on. I missed that one, didn't I? Peach is starting to annoy me a bit. He's a bit too disrespectful. I like it. Oh, really? Why? What's his? What? Hang on a minute. What is the issue there, mate? Because we can talk about that. Hammerhead. I see what you mean. Right, the talking over people and stuff like that. Yeah. Okay. We'll talk in private on that, Hammerhead. You've got my WhatsApp number. Use it, mate. Yeah. It's been on the screen. It's in the chat. It's, hang on, it's there, right? Talk to me. I'm sorry to hear that, Hammerhead. Happy, yeah, no, jeez, start again. I am sorry to hear that, Hammerhead, that you are a bit paid off, but hey, listen, it's not something that can't be worked out. Not much in the car park because I'm always running late. Laugh out loud. Get to the game 5 minutes before kickoff, and then I leave after the game. I've got to get back to Worthing. Yeah, mate. Listen, I know it's bad enough. I have to come to Gatwick. Well, Crawley. You must know Crawley. You know, it's not. I think it's Worthing's on. Crawley's on the Worthing line from London. It's definitely on the Bognor. Goes on to Worthing Pier, yeah. Does. It goes on to the Worthing station. What am I thinking about the buses? I have no idea now. I used to get a bus to Worthing and meet my daughter at Worthing Pier when she first had her baby during the COVID thing, and when they first allowed us to travel on buses with masks and all this, that and the other. I had to travel down to Worthing to go and see my grandson and my daughter. Some happy memories down there, mate, of meeting up in McDonald's with my daughter and little Finley. That was great. Yeah, Worthing. Yeah, man, I'm happy to come to Worthing anytime. In fact, I'm gonna make arrangements over the next few days to go down to is it Eastbourne? Hastings. Gonna go down to Hastings to go and see Cam's dad, Gavin, because I want to go and collect my Julian Dick's book that he had signed for me. So I'm going to put that with my other collection of stuff. Talking of Josh Cullen's gone to Burnley. Yeah. Josh Cullen has gone to Burnley. Good luck to him, mate. He was never going to get his shot at West Ham. Clearly, David Moyes didn't give him enough time or credit, doesn't rate him, whatever. So fair play to him. He's gone to Burnley. I hope that he succeeds out there. I really do. And now that's just come back up on my screen again. Why would that do that? Hang on, I've got to get rid of that. There we go. Bong, you should go on and talk to Smugs. Yes, James. Yes, I'd be very happy to have you on. Not now, obviously. I'm tootled up. What's that supposed to mean? Tootled up. What's that mean? Oh, tooled up. Tooled up. Sorry, not tootled. For God's sake, my eyeballs. I must get myself a pair of binoculars. Be able to see the frigging screen better then. Of course, she still. Oh, of course, she still has her spanner. How do you think she deals with the nuts? Very good, Robert. Like it. Ha ha ha. Hammer it. Yeah, gives it some of that. Nice to see that Never's got some minutes today. Hadn't heard anything of him for a little while, for ages, he says. Rob, that's same with a lot of the younger lads. They, they're in favour, then they're not. And then pre-season, they've got to be able to look at, because they've been doing well in PL2. Got to remember, they came second in PL2. If that was Premiership, they would have got Champions League. They were in second place. They held first for a long time during the season as well. So they've done very well. Nevers included, Okoflex, Harrison Ashby, Longello, Alesi. They all did really well, even Sonny Perkins, little turncoat. But there you go. Dana, just so you know, the Duke is actually called Crocs. That's one of his nicknames, yes. Duke is actually his real name. It's not a nickname. His parents christened him Duke. Big John Wayne fans, and the Duke is yeah. So let me just actually look. Let me go into my brand for a second. I will add an overlay of a picture. If you just bear with me for half a moment, chat S's. Now that's uploading. Yes, his real name is Duke, and I don't know if you know him, but he's from Forged from Iron, West Ham United. It's another channel, one that we're happy to have good relationship with, both himself and Gatesy, the two presenters stroke what would you call them, owners of the channel. Yeah, Forged from Iron, West Ham United. Give that a look, give them a subscribe, because they're really good. Their content is always very good. There it is. There's the Duke with his shirt on, under pressure from this lady here and this lady here. This one being Rebecca Bex. She's a lovely girl, and happy to say that her and her partner Tom are expecting a little baby boy. So congratulations to them. Love that. And this lady here, which is Happy Hammerette, he decided to have a shirt made up on the day of the game, and that's his number. That's his favourite number. His favourite player is the Terminator, Julian Hicks, and he would normally have the Duke across his back, but he's got Crocs on this occasion. And so there you have it. That's what peer pressure does. And here, hang on, I'm going to quickly just remove my earphones. 1 second. I'm going to demonstrate just how influential our friend Happy Hammerette is. This, as you can see, is the coming season's new home shirt with the Betway sponsorship, as you can see. But on the back, we have Budgie number 8, right? The reason I'm known as Budgie was because my old nickname used to be Trill, my surname being Tree Living. It was shortened to Trill when I was a kid at school. And because, you know, some people know me as Trill, and on Facebook I'm known as Clive Trill, Tree Living. Well, Trill is also a brand of birdseed for budgies, and there's your link. So Happy Hammerette and Beanie on a Discord group that I was a member of, that I had too much social media for my brain to deal with. I got given the handle of Budgie, and then it just kind of stuck. Everybody now calls me Budgie. Even people over the pub call me Budgie. It's quite funny. Yeah, so there you have it, and that's that. That's the story of Crocs. That's the story of poor old Crocs. Okay, pics will be everywhere, Smugs. I feel sick at the thought of it. Mental note: don't make bets when hammered. True. Now, listen, you should have learned that from the first bet that you made at the beginning of last season, when you knew that it might not happen. And you were regretting that after about 3 games, if I recall. So just, be careful with the bets that you make. And if you are going to get hammered and you're going to make bets, make sure somebody videos you doing it and shows it to you straight away, because you always have a 5-minute, period where you can go, actually, I want to change that bet. So yeah, it's the law. So make sure somebody videos you making the bet, because I bet that's quite hilarious footage as well. Oh, how do I get WhatsApp on my abacus? Get it on your phone, you spanner. Oh, dear. Talking of which, James, there may be a spare seat on the spanner circle for you if you want it. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. Because I'm going to be removing one or two that very rarely show up. But yeah. Do you have WhatsApp, Bong? Good old teletext. Teletext, I remember that. Fucking. Oh my God, how many new messages? Eh? Where's the comment? Where's the highlighted comment, for God's sake? It's gone. This is just, right, okay. Right, Dana, I'm going to just quickly show that. Right, my first game up to, my first game up was 3-0 against Palace. Neil Mellor on loan from Liverpool scored 2 goals. His squad number was 33, so my squad number on my goalkeepers was always 33. Right, okay. Right, okay. Wow. What's that? Goalkeeper jersey 33 as I played as a goalie growing up. Right, okay. You played as a goalkeeper growing up. Right, okay. Okay, so not only are you a West Ham fan, but you're also completely mindless. Because I've got to be honest, if you play in goal, you must have had your brain removed as a child. Good evening to you, Titch. Thank you for joining us, sir. How are you? Another one of my spanners. How are you, my friend? I'm hoping you are well. Dana is saying, question, do you know where Worthing Football Ground is? I certainly do. I've played there a few years back, but I have played there. Yeah, I do know where it is. Yeah, it was probably 35 years ago when I played there, but yes, I have. Now that, there we go, we don't want that, there we go. I will give you my perspective, but not necessarily a woman's. Right, got you. Right, okie dokie. So I'm trying to catch up with the chat. I'm really lagging behind tonight. I'm okay, thanks, says Titch. Very hot and bothered, but okay, how are you? Well, I think we're all probably similar to that in the UK, mate. You know, it's all, it's nice to see everybody greeting everybody. You know Crawley well, do you, Dana? Right, that's cool. Cool. So if you know Crawley really well, you must know the New Moon pub. It used to be called the Half Moon. It's on the Brighton Road. It's about 300 yards away, not even that, from Crawley Town Football Ground. If you know that pub, then I'm 100 yards away from it. That's where I live. So yeah. Talking about Peach, he's on in a. He is on now. Is he? He was supposed to come on here, but hey, you know. If anybody wants to come on, I will put the link into the chat. Let me put the link in the chat. Be nice if you would like to come on, Titch, and have a chat. You know? Happy to greet you. Happy to greet you. Right, it's the last comment in the chat. Right, well, anyway, I hope you're well. Worthing Pier is a 5-minute drive from you, is it? Cool. Bong saying, as I've already told Budgie, I'm living way out in the country, Hammerette, so my internet sucks badly. No, not wacky backy. Right, okay. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, I mean, I'm on mobile Wi-Fi, James, and I don't know whether that's something that you could consider. I don't know what the mobile networks are like around your way, but I'm on the 3 network, and it seems to do all right. I get unlimited data. Cost me, at the moment, it's £10 a month because I've upgraded. But in another 4 months, it'll go back up to £20 a month. And I get unlimited internet, and I can have 100 devices linked to that Wi-Fi router I've got. So, and I can unplug it, take it across to the pub, plug it in at the pub, and use it there. Or I can take it on holiday in a caravan, plug it in the caravan, use it there. Providing you can get free coverage, I can use it anywhere I want in the country. So it's well worth the £10 or the £20 a month I will have to pay. Right, so everybody's talking to everybody. Titch is saying he'll be back when the season starts. Oh, that's good to hear. I hope you're going to do some more of your watch-alongs and that, Titch. I love the way you talk to the referees during the games, mate. It's amusing, mate. It makes my day. It does. I mean, like, for example, when you go, are you kidding me? Are you actually gonna give that? And it's like, you know what I mean? But like, you do it in your own way when you're animated and stuff. It's just, I find it amusing, and it's just because I find it amusing because that's what I'm thinking too. What else have we got? I don't think you've offended anybody, Hammerette. I'm sure that's not what it's about. I'm sure it's not. What do we think of Rico Henry at Brentford? I've already said it's been on a number of streams that I've been on and stuff that I would love Rico Henry at West Ham. I think he would be an asset to the club. He's tenacious. He's decent with the ball. He's decent off the ball. And as I've always said, I like leaders in every position. Yeah, I think he's a leader. Hammerhead said that he would take him. Agreed, I would too. Oh, he called you Hoppy, did he? Oh, Haopy. Look, he would take it. I'd take him, Haopy. No, I call her Hammy and all sorts. It's ridiculous. Just done my chores, put the bins out. Good for you, Robert. Nicely done, mate. Nicely done. We're all at it. Everyone's good. Putting the bins out is one job I absolutely hate. Oh, sorry, I didn't highlight it. Sorry, my bad. I hate it too. It's a job. It stinks. I hate it. It stinks. But I'd rather get them out there than leave them in the house and let them stink the house out. Yeah. He's really taken the Crocs name well. He has actually. Yeah, he's completely embraced it. You know, yeah. And I embraced Budgie. You know, I know. I could have easily have been called Sliders. Good night. Let's be honest. Oh God, no. What is it? What is what? Budgie? What? Right, okay. Yeah, no, well, you know, you're just going to have to be careful with the photographs that are taken. Hang on, for some reason I've gone up in the chat. So let's come down here. Right, down it says, my cousin's wife, even managed them for a stint a few years ago. Managed who? Are we who? Oh yeah, Happy Amaret says the New Moon, aka Budgie's second home. I actually call it the office. So if anybody ever hears me say, right, I'm off now because I've got to go to the office, it's the New Moon. And I love the place. In fact, do you know what? While we're chatting about it, I'm going to go into my brand again. I'm going to add an overlay of a picture of the New Moon. If I've got one on here. Have I got one? No, I bet I haven't. Oh, but I've got my phone connected to the laptop. I've learned how to do all this nonsense over the last couple of weeks, you know, since I bought my laptop. I've learned how to do this. And this is quite handy because I've got my phone connected, which has got lots and lots of stuff on it that I use. Now that should be in now. Bear with me because I've got about 200 shots in here. Right. Here we go. Right. There it is. Oh, you didn't win. Yeah. Right. Okay. So, yes. So it's my office. It's my second home, as Happy Amaret kindly pointed out. And there it is. There's the New Moon. Lovely little pub that is. That was taken on about 8 o'clock on a Sunday morning, that photograph. So obviously there's nobody in there or anything, and as you can see, the door is closed. But yeah, lovely little boozer that is. Great atmosphere. In fact, on the 30th of this month, we're having a rum and reggae night in now. So if anybody wants to come to it, I'm DJing it for it. I'm going to be doing the music because that's how I started off in the media field, as it were, years ago when I was 20, 21. Started off DJing. Was a mobile DJ for about 5 years, then went to like hosting a regular night at the pub called Cromwell's. So a residency, that's the word I was looking for. And then the DJ in the nightclub associated to Cromwell's left, and they needed a replacement quickly. So I took that on and did that for 7 years. DJ'd in Brighton, London, Ibiza, Germany. Yeah, I did a residency in Germany, in Cologne, for about 6 months. That was good fun. In a hotel called Dorint Congress Hotel. They've got a nightclub on 32nd floor, 22nd floor, I think it might be. Yeah, lovely. Really good. So, yeah, that's what I did when I was younger. I was a DJ. So, on the 30th, I'm doing a rum and reggae night in the New Moon on the Brighton Road in Crawley. And it's not far from the Crawley Town Football Stadium, or the Checker Trade Stadium, as it's now called. No, Friends Providence. Oh, I don't know now. I don't know what it's called now. They keep changing the bloody name. I have no idea what it's called now. But anyway, the Crawley Town Football Stadium is 400 yards away from it. Anyway, if any of you come, I'll have a tab. I will buy you a drink. And there are certain people that will not have to put their hand in their pocket at all if they make it down. Crawley Town FC, indeed, Danner boy. Yep, that's the ones. Nicely put, Titch. Nicely put. I like that. Yeah, green screen elites. Very good. Actually, now that you're here, I want to show you my favourite background. Actually, this is my favourite background. There it is. That's my favourite one so far that I've uploaded anyway. So yeah, let's just have a little bit of that. Yeah, I like that, Titch. Trust you to come up with something like that. Love that, my friend. Love that. Nicely said, bro. Happy Amaret. I choose 33 for me, Kit, because it goes well with my double barrel surname. What's your double barrel surname then? I expect that's probably been asked already. I'm probably about 4 hours behind with the chat. Is your name Danny then? Right, okay. Crocs, Budgie, Gramps, yeah. Titchy, oh, Titchkle. Yeah, and they're all your nicknames as well, Happy. Yeah. Yeah. Ben Johnson has been given the number 2 shirt, correct? He has. That's a point. Now, listen, we've got quite a few of you in the chat here, and I've been doing some research, and I can't actually find a definitive answer. But I'm going to, hang on, I'm going to go back to my brand again quickly, and I'm going to upload another picture from my phone quickly. Where are you? There. Right, and then there I think it is. Wow. I've forgotten what picture I was supposed to be uploading. How could I do that? How could I do that? Oh dear. Ben Johnson. Right, okay. Yes, so the picture I wanted to upload was a picture of no, I didn't upload it earlier, did I? Did I? No, I didn't. Okay, right. So let me just try and quickly find it. There's a picture of one of our ex-players who is wearing, obviously, our kit. He's displaying something, and I have a question about what he's displaying on his kit. Right, so bear with me for one moment while I just find this image that I'm looking for. Oh my God. How is it I found it earlier, but I can't find it now? Ah, maybe because I'm looking in the wrong place. There it is. Now then. Now this picture I'm about to show you, I'm going to ask a question. When I put this picture up on the screen, I'm going to ask a question. I asked this in the group chat earlier. Is this the last player ever to wear the number 6 for West Ham? That's Michael Carrick, obviously. Is he because that is the most recent picture I can find of anybody wearing the number 6 kit. Please correct me if I am wrong. Please inform me if you know better than I do. Yeah, cool. Nice one, Titch. If you know better than I do, who last wore the number 6 for West Ham before it was retired? So it's Dana, Albertes, Lafont, Morris. Albertes, Lafont, Morris. So I'm assuming that's South American. Albertes, Lafont, Morris. Yeah, okay. Cool. What's my nickname, says Hammerhead. Nah, see, Hammerhead, that's just lame. That's lazy. That's lazy. Yeah, that's lazy. Collins, yes. Yeah, or Ginge number 2. Do they sell naan up there? Carrick. See, now Dana thinks it's Carrick as well. It has to be Matty or Carrick. Matty. Matt, you. Oh, Matt. Hang on. Effrington Moore, number 11. So it's obviously not him. Hang on, I'm losing track here. Matt, you. Lucas. Anyway, let's carry on. Upson. No, Upson was number 5. Upson was number 5, if I recall. I'm sure Upson was number 5. In fact, I'm going to have a quick look. On here. Matthew Upson. Right, images. West Ham. There's no showing his back or his shirt number or his shorts number yet. Bear with me. I'm sure he was number 5 for us. Flipping out. Number 15. That don't show it. That don't show it. 15. Showing him wearing the number 15 on his shorts. Matthew Upson wore the number 15 shirt at least. That and possibly, that's probably why I thought it was the number 5, if I'm honest. But he wore the number 15 shirt. Yep, there you have it. Impressive name, Dana. How are we pronouncing it? Is it Dana? Dana? I'm thinking it's Dana. Dana boy. Dana boy. Dana boy. I don't know. Mate, you tell us how to pronounce it, please. Because, like, you know. Oh, gosh, look, it's just jumped a million again. I just said Carol. Nah, it's not Carol. He wore that shirt upside down if he did. You loved who? Hamhead. Carrick? Oh, Upson. No, Upson wore the 15, babe. Sorry. Said Carrick for the picture. All right, okay, yeah. But I believe that he was the last man to wear the shirt. Tell me of a player. It was Matthew Upson, says Dana. Well, I don't remember him wearing the number 6. I could be wrong. But those images that I saw, and I'm pretty sure they're still there. There they are. I don't know whether you're going to be able to see this, but clearly. Oh, God. There it is, number 15 on his shorts. So I suppose if I search for related images, see more images, there's him in the 15. There's 15 again. That's Antonio. 15 again. 15 again. Unfortunately, I'm only. Wait. Yes. Yes. Thank you, guys. A little bit more research, and we found Matty Upson in the number 6 kit. There it is. Proof is in the pudding. Well done. Well done, everybody. Thank you. Picture courtesy of Alamy on Google, by the way. I've just dropped something, and I don't know what it was I dropped. Oh, I do. It was my mouse. Numpty, I've dropped my mouse. I'm going to have to find it. Where are you, little shit? Got you. Trouble with mice, I always run around on the floor. Anyway, right. So back to the comments. Yes, you're right. Happy Amaret, Matthew Upson was after Michael Carrick. He was slightly older, but yes, he was after Carrick. And if he was the last player to wear the number 6 shirt, ain't a bad player to have worn it, is it? Let's be fair. You know, I thought Matthew Upson was a decent player. I have no idea why we're talking about Nans. Mr. Real, all right, okay. Upson's in 2007. Okay, yeah. So yeah, that when was the shirt retired? The number retired in 2008, I suppose, or at the end of 2007. Anton Ferdinand was never number 6, was he? No, surely not. Oh no, he was number 5. Yeah, sorry. See, that's what happens when you don't wear your glasses. Right, so Dana is saying it's Dana. Right, so it's Dana. Nicely said, nicely done. Dana boy, yeah, cool. Right, okay. I was meant to be Danny, laugh out loud. Well, what happened? Was it like the registrar misspelt your name? Good evening, Luke. Luke Legends in the house. Thank you for joining us. Thank you. I hope you're well. Hello, Luke. Everyone's saying hello. What else are we doing? Lady Luke. Hi, Happy. What is the old boy chatting about and why is he calling from 1926? Oh, Luke, you do make I laugh. You do. Dana says, yeah, because he retired Bobby Moore's shirt in 2008 and Upson changed to 15. Oh, so he was given the 6 shirt first and then went to 15 after. I would have thought it would have been the other way round. But hey, you know better than I do, mate. Thank you for the info. I appreciate that greatly. It saved me Googling. It certainly does that. Okay. So I asked who was the last player to wear the number 6 shirt. And yeah, and we're discussing that, which I think is quite a nice conversation to have. Yeah. James says, Budgie, I'm on a mobile data too, but you're much closer to civilization than I am. I've literally missed most of this show and the chat is pumping. Oh, mate, I'm so sorry to hear that. But hey, listen, maybe a signal booster or something, maybe. Or move to London. I'm just kidding. Upson had to change from 6 to 15. Right, okay, got you. Stand on your roof, Bong. Good advice, especially in the summer when the sun's beating down on you and you've got no shade. Really good advice. Ayo Titch, I like that. I might have to change my name. Oh, what did Titch call you then? Oh, hold up, I'm going to have to go back. What was that then? Mr. Real. Ah, right, got it. I found. Right, Mr. Real. Oh, look, and he goes and says it afterwards, after me searching for it. Anyway, it adds to the entertainment value. Little scamp. I'm good, thanks, Luke. You? Says Titch. Right, definitely a real one, broski. What we got here? James says, I've actually tried that before, Hammerette, Not good after a few and without a ladder. It's never a good idea to be on the roof of anywhere without a ladder or at least a scaffolding. Hotter than the sun, Titch. Sounds like something yeah, it certainly does sound like something that you would try, Happy. Yeah, this heat ain't no joke. Listen, we can't complain about it though, boys and girls. I mean, look, we complain when it's raining, when it's snowing, when it's thundering and lightning. Hey, let's not complain when the sun's out. Titch, I am not built for this heat. My stupid Nordic blood needs cold, hard rain with added shade and wind. No, you're just a bloody wimp, Luke. That's all it is, mate. Get down with the heat, mate. Get down with the heat. I've caught up with the chat. Oh, maybe not. There's another one. Look. Think about me at the top of this mansion, Luke, roasted like a Christmas turkey. And all of that was from all of the donations and everything, ain't it? And all of the wins on the quiz shows and stuff. All of that, and yeah, because we know that it was all fixed and everything, wasn't it? No, of course it wasn't. Right, listen, boys and girls, I've been nattering for 2 hours, and I didn't have any plans of what to talk about, and nobody's wanted to join me, so I'm going to just put it in there one more time. I'm going to put the link in the chat one more time. There you go. If anybody wants to come on and talk about anything like they want, they don't have to have their face showing. You know, you can do this. You can be like that. And you can talk to me. Whoever you are. It doesn't matter. So, there's the link. Get in here. I worked 14 hours in the pub with no aircon in 32-degree heat, watching everyone drinking ice cold beer and sunning themselves. I bet you could only drink soft drinks at the time as well, couldn't you? You should have got plenty of ice cold water down there. That would have helped you. There's the link, boys and girls. If you want to come on, please do. I'll give you 5 minutes to decide. If no one comes on, I will think about ending the stream. Luke says, yeah, but you have staff to fan your brow. Yeah, likely, mate. They're all waiting for her to fan their brow, mate. You watch. Yeah. Go on, Nordic Lukey. Yeah, come on, Luke. Come on and have a chat with me, mate. Tell me what you think about the current signings that we've made. Have you had a look at any of them, other than Areola, of course? Have you had a look at them? Come on, come and talk to me. Honestly, I don't bite. And ask and you shall receive. Good evening, sir. How are you?
Hello, my friend. How are we?
I'm very well, Luke. How are you, sir?
Yeah, I'm very warm. I have a feeling, give it another 2 to 3 degrees, I may turn into a gas.
Just be a puddle on the floor, mate.
It's horrible.
That's all I'm going to be. And they reckon that Sunday is going to be a record-breaking day for heat.
Well, I'm not so bothered about Sunday because won't be at work, but sat at home working.
I mean, I remember 1976, Luke, when we had 96 degrees in the shade.
Well, this is the thing, Budgie. I was born in March '77, which means I was conceived in all of that heat. Which, when you think about
your old
it now,
man must have been sweaty.
Oh man, I wouldn't go anywhere near my wife. It's too hot.
Quality. Brilliant.
How are we, mate?
Oh, mate, I'm actually doing all right. You know,
You sound a lot better than you did about 2 or 3 months ago.
Yeah, well, you know, I mean, thing is, time has a way of healing, and you know, I don't mind admitting I had some mental health issues and, you know, worries and woes, and, you know, I'm working through them. So, you know, positive attitude now. And, you know, it just, you know, I kind of let the channel down a little bit, you know, I neglected that a little bit, but, you know, I'm kind of glad I did, because now I'm actually going to come back with some better content. You know, I mean, this is live stuff and that. I generally, I do it just because it's sort of spur of the moment. You know, I get a bit bored. Nobody else is streaming, so I go.
Well, to be honest with you, mate,
You know, it's a
me.
little bit of a peak scenario in that respect, but I don't quite do it at the ridiculous times that he does. But then for him, they're not ridiculous times, are they? I mean, for 5 o'clock in the morning to us is midnight to him. You know, so. But anyway, what are you thinking about the current transfer so far, then, mate? I'd like to know your opinion on that.
Well, I'm happy that we've got what's his face, the goalkeeper. I think he's a.
Ariada, yeah.
I think the other option was Pope, and I honestly think this guy's a better goalkeeper. I think he's right.
Any other goalkeeper would have been
5 years.
best, wouldn't it?
Yeah, no, this guy. I think is. I mean, you look at him. I don't know his numbers, but he must be 6'5". He's massive. When you look at him next to Fabianski,
he's huge. I mean, look at him compared to me. He's massive compared to me. Look.
So I'm happy with that. I have to be honest, mate. Unless they played in the Premier League in the last couple of seasons, asking my opinion on footballer isn't. I mean, mate, I'm 45. I've got a full-time job. I've got a kid, a wife. I haven't got. If it was 20 years ago, I could probably name every lineup of all the top teams in the Champions League, etc. But you know, now I just haven't got. It's enough of a problem to keep up with bloody West Ham, let alone who the second division teams in Austria have got.
Yeah.
I could safely say I've never seen Aguirre play, but I'm told he's tall, lithe, and fast.
Yeah.
Let's see if he's good on the ball.
Yeah, I mean, as I've said, you know, I've watched some video clips of him on YouTube, and that they're not totally reliable because they don't show you everything. But you know, what am now? We lost you for a minute. Hang on, I lost you for a minute there. Sorry, my bad. I think that might just have been a little glitch in my internet, you know, because I am on mobile internet. But I think that the video clips of him are, you know, okay, they might be a little bit biased towards the good points and stuff, but from what I see, you know, I'm quite happy. I'm quite interested to see what he brings to the club. You know, he looks like a decent prospect. And
he's the right age. As I say, I'm told he's tall, he's quick, he's lithe, but so's Diop. It's all on the ball, isn't it? As for this guy as for this guy from Swansea, I've never ever heard of him. I've looked at his stats. I hope he's brilliant, but again, I have no idea.
No.
So all I can give an opinion on is the goalkeeper we've signed that we had last season, which is pretty lame, isn't it? Really?
Yeah. I mean, like this young lad, as you mentioned, Flynn Downs, right? I mean, you know, he is a West Ham fan. He's a family of West Ham fans, which is always a great start.
Mate, I'm a West Ham fan.
I know. But hear me out for a minute, Luke.
Yeah, well, actually, you probably do.
It's always a great start if a player is signed for a club and they support that club. That's always a good start. I mean, listen, the guy's been playing for Swansea. He's played for one or two other teams on loan, and he's been spoken about very highly. West Ham have obviously been interested in him. They've looked at him. They've decided they've gone for him. David Moyes really hasn't made that many mistakes yet in the way of his signings. In fact, can't put my finger on any signings that he's made that were a mistake. I mean, take Krall out of the equation because he wasn't one of David Moyes' signings. He was basically forced upon him, I think. But you know, David Moyes has had reasonable success with his signings so far. I think we just need to.
I don't disagree. As I say, I can't comment on him until I've seen him play. So
Yeah, of course, yeah. I mean, I believe he got decent reception at the game that he played at today. I mean, there were 2 games being played today.
Well, I haven't kept up with those 2 today because they weren't available to watch, were they?
No, they weren't. But
did we win? Did we lose?
We won one game with a. It was 2 goals. It was Zuma and I can't remember who else it was now.
So who were we playing?
Flipping hell.
No one's
one
first
game
team
against Ipswich and oh god.
Well, that's
you
right.
See, because there was no coverage, I can't blink and remember. But anyway, we won one game 2-1, and the other game we drew 1-1, and Ben Rama scored the goal in that one. So, hang on a minute, 1 second, Luke. Jack, are you cooking? All right, okay. It's all right. My son's cooking. I could smell it, and I just had to check that it was in the kitchen. Yeah. So
But ultimately, I don't care about pre-season friendlies. It's nice to watch them, to see the new players and the youth players, but it has absolutely no bearing whatsoever on. Well, I assume our first game is actually a European game, is it, before the Premier League? I haven't really looked at the dates.
Yeah, I think we do. Yeah, we got player qualifiers, didn't we?
So that's the first game. And I assume we'll be without Rice. We'll be without Moyes. Will we be without Cresswell?
Don't know.
Didn't he get sent off in our last European game?
Did he? What, against Frankfurt?
Which was it?
No, he served his ban, didn't he?
Well, he got sent off.
I know Declan Rice has got 2 games because of the Arsenal.
Yeah, no, he got sent off against the French team, and he also got sent off against Frankfurt, didn't he?
No, he got booked against Frankfurt.
No, he got sent off because the guy was going straight through. We played 10 men.
Hold on.
10 men away to Frankfurt.
Yeah, you're right. You are right. Yeah.
So maybe, I assume that means he's.
Yeah, maybe.
So
you're
unless
right.
Unless we can find another left back, we're playing Masuaku in that first qualifier.
Yeah. Tits reckons you got sweaty balls, Luke. Is that right?
Yeah, very much so.
Hammerette says that's just too much information.
Well, I hate to be rude, but I'm assuming that Happy has got sweaty things on her chest because it's just unbelievably, ridiculously hot. What do you want me to do? Not whether they are there. It is hot. They're strapped back in the middle of my body. What do you want? What more do you want them to be?
Yeah, they're sweaty, and I'm proud of it, he says. Right, Titch, Hammers Fans United says, what happened to your game show concept, Budgie, the one where I won the trial run, which you did? Funny you should mention that, because 3 days ago...
Yeah, funny he won, Budgie. No, funny he won, Budgie.
Yeah. I've just signed up to the hoop. So there are going to be game shows on the horizon. Game shows and informational, I don't know what you would call them. You know, Q&As, I suppose.
Trivia?
Yeah, trivia. Yeah, I'm going to do all sorts. And it's not all going to be West Ham related. I might do like Gates, he gave me the idea of, you know, when he did his Only Fools and Horses. So I might do like you know, a British sitcom quiz show, you know, who was the lead actor in Porridge, for example, you know, and give 4 options. And, you know, I've signed up to Kahoot and I've got a premium package. So I'm going to be doing all sorts with it, hopefully. And once a week, and there will be once a week, as soon as I get it all planned out and everything, once a week, there will be a quiz show. So, yeah, and it'll be a Kahoot one. And don't worry, Luke, I promise it won't be fixed. Not like that other group over the road.
Ronnie Barker.
Yeah, no, it won't be fixed like that one over the road there. You know, it'll be who's quickest on the button will win on this one, rather than I saw that first. I'm only playing. I was just joking. Oh God, my screen's gone all weird again. There we go. Right, back again.
I wouldn't joke. Titch is a cheat, and he needs to be called to justice. And I'm glad he's in the chat tonight, because that guy needs to be brought to justice to what he did, because he besmirched the good name of quizzing. I'll leave it there, Budgie. I don't want to get political. I'll leave it there.
So Titch is saying, yeah, I should have let someone win until it started for real. That would have been a good move, mate. Yeah. Invited Luke on just to kick him off again. That was when you disappeared for a moment. That was, yeah. I'm behind with the comments, obviously. Remember when he kept doing that to me, Titchy? Yeah. I even banned you from the channel at first. First time I ever did a live show, I banned her from the fucking channel. What a donut. That was hilarious. Well, it weren't actually, because I was proper upset about it, but you know, there you go. How unfair to not let us see our new signing in the first friendly. It weren't the first friendly though, was it? Because it was on the other day, wasn't it? Didn't we play a friendly against a foreign team the other day in Austria? Wasn't it?
Serviette.
No, yeah, sorry. Yeah, Serviette, that was in Switzerland, not Austria. Switzerland, yeah, sorry. Yeah, see, even Titch remembers that I blocked her. You know what I mean? I did, I blocked her. And then her dad came in the chat and they was all winding me up, telling me that he was some big name in West Ham and this, that and the other. Well, I didn't realise it was bloody Mr. Hammerette, wasn't it? Like I say, Mr. Hammerette, as you know, dad. And I've chatted to him on a number of occasions. I even consider him a friend, and I didn't even know it was him. And they all had me wound right up. It wasn't funny. I know they're going to laugh now, but it wasn't funny then. It wasn't. I got really upset because I didn't know what was going on. It was hilarious. Right. It started that trend, didn't it? Yes, it did. Oh, yeah, and Titch blocked her as well. Yeah, that's right. I remember. Yeah, you did, yeah.
Well, he would, wouldn't he? He's that kind of guy.
Right, okay. Well, let's just go. Chester scored the other goal. Yeah, Zuma and Chester 2-1.
Oh, is he still playing?
Zuma and Chester scored in the 2-1 win against Ipswich. And Ben Rama, sorry, I had to think for a minute. Ben Rama scored in the 1-1 game against the other team.
Who were the other team? We've got Ipswich. Who were the other team?
Come on, dear, fuck off. I've been drinking red wine now. Don't ask me questions like that. Yeah, so Rice misses 2 games and David Moyes misses 1. And apparently Titch reckons that you're right, Luke.
Yes, I think for his cheating in the quiz. Yes, I thought you'd admit it.
Whatever it was, you're right. Right, where is my... Right, bear with me one fleeting moment. Oh, man, there it is. Right, it might sound like I've got a Harrier jump jet in the room with me, but it's just a fan.
Yeah, I've got one going as well.
Yeah, but my son's been tinkering with mine, and as you know, teenagers and tinkering isn't really the best remedy for anything. He goes, Dad, the fan's not working, so he's taking it apart, blah, 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 blah. So if you check the fuse, son, he looks at the plug, there's no fuse in it. So now it sounds like a Harrier jump jet getting ready for takeoff, for God's sake.
Okay, mate. What's the good?
Yeah. Yeah. Portable fan.
I believe Titch has asked me a question in the chat, as in who would be my marquee signing. And I've been racking my brains.
Right there.
And I've been racking my brains.
Yeah.
Trying to think of a pun related to a footballer whose name has got tent in it. But if it was me, I would love to see James Ward-Prowse, because I think.
Oh, not you as well.
No, I just think that we absolutely missed something we haven't got is a free kick taker and delivery.
Yes,
but
yes, we have.
Not like it. Okay, we haven't got a free kick taker to the standard of James Ward-Prowse, and also we may have a corner taker, etc. But edge of the box, that sort of chance we need. But Marky, I don't know how much money we've got. I don't think we've got any money.
I think Aaron Creswell does a reasonable job.
Yeah, but the problem is if Aaron Cresswell is our free kick taker, that means we have to play Aaron Cresswell, which means we're again another 12 months behind buying a left back who can.
I get you now. I understand where you're coming from.
It's this balance, isn't it?
I get you. Yeah. Listen, the Wizard of Oz has turned up. Good evening, Mr. Devaney.
Well, not this guy.
The link is in the chat, but I'm going to put it in there again now. If you want to join me, Kieran, join Luke and I, please do. It's in the chat. Giza says, stick to the day job, Luke, and forget the puns. Yeah.
But again, going back to who I would sign next.
Yeah.
I look at the squad. I think we need a left back. I think we need an attacking midfielder with a lot of pace. Hope preferably left-footed. And as I've been saying for, I believe, since when was it? 1342. That we need a bloody striker.
Oi.
Hello,
mate. You all right?
What are we doing?
All right. Have you seen that comment there, Luke? You could have said 10 Alexander.
Well done. Well done, Tim.
Well done. See, Tip, he's on the ball, mate. He's on the ball. And that's why I'm the quiz master. Very good. Very good. He's very good. What's that? Yuri T. Pearmans. Yuri T. Pearmans. Oh my God. They're all going to start coming out now. Jesus in the house, the main event. Kieran, how are you, sir? You all right?
All right. Yeah.
See, I bought myself a little green screen.
How hot is it there that everyone's moaning about the heat? What you've got up to?
I've got Harrier jump jet in here on cold at the moment.
We've got a thermometer in my daughter's room and in our main bedroom. We've had since she was a kid because women get paranoid, so blah blah blah. We had these, and they've just been sat there since then. It was in my bedroom about 3 hours ago, 29.8 with no air.
Gotcha. So you're around about the 90 degrees Fahrenheit. Yeah.
Yeah, but as you probably well remember, I don't want to sound stupid, but British heat is always a little bit different, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's humid. It's been humid. It's just literally still as anything. It's so humid. It's awful, buddy.
British heat can be unbearable at times. You know, as nice as it can be in Spain and Portugal and that. You know what I mean? At times,
Yeah, the worst I've ever experienced here was out west. I was 44 degrees. Something like probably 120. That was the worst.
That's over the boiling point for water, isn't it?
Oh, it was fucking horrendous, mate. It was a horrendous day, but it was around 38 at the time, normal, and it was just ridiculous. And then one day it got up to 44, and we would have had the day off, and no one worked because it was so bad, so hot. But we had a helicopter booked in. We were doing the power lines, so we had to get it done because he's on about $1,500 an hour, and we couldn't stand him down. So we got to 1 o'clock, and then we just melted so badly.
Hold up, I think Luke's just fallen into the fucking pan.
I've knocked over a couple
the helicopter.
He's tripped over the fucking kitchen stool and gone straight into his wife's hand cupboard.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I know. No one deals with the heat very well back in the UK, do they? Here.
Oh,
No,
mate,
Well,
no.
the thing about Australia is your houses are built for the heat. Our houses are built for the cold. So when it's really hot, it's like a bloody greenhouse in our houses.
Yeah, I know. It's it's bloody. The summer here is hard because of the humidity as well. It's tough, but it's something you get more used to as you go on. But today's going to be about 18 degrees, and I find it a bit cool because you're so used to 30 plus degrees in the summer. But there you go. Trouble, the aircon here is a big thing as well. If I've only got it in my bedrooms because it helps you sleep at night in the summer. But I don't like to have it be in it all the time, so I didn't put it through the house. But there you go. But he's right there, Hammerhead. It's 30 degrees there. It's probably like 40 odd degrees here, because no one's geared up for it and the place ain't built for it.
Well, yeah. How many houses over here have got air conditioning?
Yeah, it'd be rare. It'd be rare.
I've got loads of fans.
Probably 1 in 10,000.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what number that. Yeah.
Guessing, but whereas in the States it's probably 1 in 10,000 don't have bloody air conditioning.
Yeah. It depends where you are in the country, like anywhere, but up here, air conditioning's a good thing. What you can do, though, I've got a reverse cycle one where I can turn that aircon into a heater in the winter if I want.
Nice.
Because in certain places here, it can be fucking freezing in the winter. If I went out west here in half an hour, the further you go out west here in the winter, the colder it gets. And you can get down to freezing point there. So... And below, so you can have aircons that in the summer cool you down, in the winter can heat the house up. If you want.
Yeah. So yeah. So Kieran.
Yeah.
Any work this week?
No, nothing happening, mate. Nothing's been that good.
I
might have to mow the lawn.
Oh, mate. News break. We'll get Clark Kent over there to go and cover it.
I'm not joking here, but
my lawn looks a bit like the Gabba. It's got that little tiny bit of yellow grass on it.
Jesus Christ. Mine's got a lot of weeds in it. No, what's good about the winter here, the fucking grass stops growing because you can almost watch it grow here in the summer. It grows that quick. You fucking got to cut it down once a week. In the winter, you can leave it 3 weeks, 4 weeks, because it doesn't grow very quick. So, weird, isn't it?
I thought it was biannually you had to cut the grass.
Have you got a swimming pool? Kieran?
No, I had an above ground one here for a while, but because I was going working away and all that a lot, you've got to look after swimming pools here. You know?
it gets minging so easy.
You've got to
don't
keep
they?
on top of them. And I decided to get it pulled out because I just didn't have the time and I weren't here enough at that time to look after it. And then if you don't look after it, the water goes green, it gets the shit, and it starts fucking up.
And then you try
Crocodile.
cleaning it out and get yourself attacked by a fucking crocodile.
Yeah, well, they don't come in.
Decide-
No, the guy-
Mate, don't tell me they don't, because I've seen it on YouTube, son.
Yeah, well, crocodiles here, right? You don't get them this far south. They start at Townsville. From Townsville and going north, that's where crocodile country is. And,
Yeah, but in
did.
fairness, Kieran,
They can't catch a
I
train
can
or
say
something
that
then.
we don't get crocodiles this far south either. But then we don't get
no,
them
you don't.
anywhere near.
Yeah,
I mean, that's
No,
a different
yeah.
level.
we rarely get an otter this far south, mate.
Oh yeah, I did have a budgie. I remember. I don't know if I told you that story before, but when I did go up to and worked in Cairns, we had a weekend away and went over the Daintree River, right? And this is crocodile country. And
Right, okay.
but we camped on the beach, and we had a canoe, and there was a big creek there, and we went up this, jumped the canoe in, and went up this creek, and just load of beer in the canoe and having a bit of a fish. And then we start seeing the signs that this is a saltwater crocodile area. No swimming or fucking. We went, fuck. So anyway, when we're coming back out the creek to get back to the beach, the tide had come in. We couldn't just jump off and get onto the beach. We had to go out to the ocean and come back. And as we were going out, this fucking rogue wave hit us and spun us over, mate. Turned the canoe upside down. We lost all the gear, all the shoes, all the fishing stuff. And the guy I was with, he was fucking white with fear and panic because of the crocodile.
I would have been at all, mate. Jesus.
I know. Well, I had to stay
185
calm.
teeth on
because-
each jaw. Fuck that.
Yeah, I know, but there's no need. There's no
I've got a
need.
similar
both of it.
story. I've got a similar story. I went into my garden about 2 weeks ago, and there's a squirrel there.
Watch out for them fuckers, mate. They're vicious.
I swear to God, they've wiped out red squirrels, the little bastards.
But do you know what's going through my head, mate? Look, if a crocodile does come, if he gets him, I'm right. You know, it can only do one at a time. So if he gets him, I can just swim to shore. Then I'll be right.
Cutting all your mates as you go past them.
But anyway,
Wait, what's that scar on your face? What scar? That one.
no.
Unbelievable.
That was. It took us though 20 minutes to push that canoe back into shore, and it was fucking scary. The fall
Mind you,
just
I had a fucking. I honestly had a scary encounter with a crocodile once. The laces were too tight on them, and it just, they just really fucking pinched me foot. It was terrible.
yeah, Crocs, eh?
Yeah, my crocs.
We know someone who likes it.
We do, don't we? We do. We do know someone who likes a croc.
There was not far from where he was. It's funny, isn't it? A week later, this Aboriginal guy was fishing near one of these creeks where we were, and he was bedding in to pull out his thing out of the water, his rod or his line, and a crocodile fucking grabbed him by the head. Right?
Oh,
Tried-
shit.
But somehow he slipped out of his head and got away from him, and it split, all the teeth and cut, rows and rows of fucking cuts in his head. And I'll never forget his name, because when they'd done it on the news, his name was Johnny Banjo. Right? Fucking made me laugh. Just the name made me laugh.
Johnny Banjo.
Yeah, they interviewed him, a big Aboriginal guy. He had a big bandage round his head from this croc. Oh, Johnny Banjo. Yeah,
Johnny Bandage.
Well, I got family that live in New Zealand, right? They live in Wellington, New Zealand. I believe that's the South Island, is it? I don't know. Anyway.
What is this?
Yeah, I
Where
think
do you
it's South Wellington, New Zealand. That's the South Island, isn't it?
Oh, come on. Yeah, I think it's the south. Yeah, that's on the South Island.
Yeah. Anyway, so they were telling me a story that they went to Australia to go and visit some friends that they had. And they'd gone out there, and this woman said, "Oh, you know, we on a Sunday we always take the dog for a walk down by the river and blah blah blah." And they had this massive, great big like Pyrenean mountain dog, I think it was. Big old St Bernard type, you know, massive, great big hound dog. Anyway, so they're out walking it, like my auntie and my uncle and their friends, walking down the riverbank, and the dog's running up and down the riverbank. And it goes to the water to get himself a drink, and a salty came up and took the dog.
Well, it hit him, a shark.
Eh?
Was it a shark?
No, a salty.
Oh, right.
I mean, I don't know where in Australia it was. I mean, obviously somewhere where saltwater crocodiles swim up and down the rivers. But, the dog went to the river to get a drink, and as he was drinking, salty come up and took him and took him into the water.
Yeah, it's quite common.
Yeah.
Budgie, it's not just crocodiles. It's spiders and snakes. What kind of country is this with has animals that... It's like the Hunger Games.
Australia's out there to kill you. That's it.
Oh, yeah.
It's out to kill.
It's either bites, stings, or kills you. Simple as that.
Bites, stings, or rips you to pieces.
Or poisons you.
Also, as well, you go out anywhere. You've got to wear a hat and slather yourself in sun cream, because even the sun wants to kill you. Yeah,
that's pretty good here too. Yeah. Oh, the amount of skin cancer here is fucking unbelievable. You basically, after a while, you teach yourself to stay out of the sun, not stay in it. You know.
Yeah. Look, even Hammerhead says, look, Australia's so mad, even the grass grows so quickly, you can see it's probably trying to kill you.
No, I'll tell you what though. But what they do have here,
I believe I'm right, Kieran. But I think it's 50% of all babies born are killed by dingoes.
What a load of bollocks!
That's only in one family.
There's only one. There's only one killed by a dingo.
Yeah, my dingo. Dingo killed my baby.
And even then, they didn't believe her.
Hammerhead saying it's the bull sharks in the rivers in Australia that you've got to worry about.
Yeah, they've got sharks as well.
Yeah, bull sharks, mate.
The bull sharks are fuckers, right? Because they're really aggressive, and they come up in the rivers, like the Brisbane River.
They can adapt from salt water to fresh water.
Well, because it's tidal.
Shark species that can do that.
Yeah, a bit like the Thames, because it's tidal, and it is connected to the ocean. They'll come up the river, not a problem, into the fresh water. They can move about in both.
Yeah, they can survive in fresh water for 6 months, though.
So
they're very aggressive.
On the land, you're fucked. In the rivers, you're fucked. And in the sea, you're fucked.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, lots of dogs are taken in the rivers.
Fucked in the air as well. Stuff up there.
All I need is a helicopter. If I lived in a hot air balloon, Australia's good for me. Is that what we're saying?
No,
they
got flying insects that will do you, mate.
But there was a pommy guy there come out. He's one of them. He's got a TV show of fishing and all that, and he came out to Brisbane, and he spent a couple of hours in the Brisbane River, and he just pulling up bull shark after bull shark after bull shark. The place is infested.
Matt Hayes, his name is.
Is it? I did. Yeah, I can't remember his name, but I remember him doing it.
I've seen that video. He's like.
I mean,
I can't believe that many. There was.
If I went swimming,
because there's quite a few bass in that river, apparently. Is it bass? There's a certain bass, I think, in that river, and he was trying to get them, and he was making his bait smaller and smaller. And every time, even if he made his bait small, bull sharks were picking it up. even small bull sharks. Yeah. So I saw that. Yeah, Matty Holmes.
Yeah, because on the Gold Coast as well, what they've done, they've dug out around the back of the Gold Coast and make it canals and build houses on the canal front. You know, it's really nice place to live. But all them canals are full of they're full of bull sharks too. And these idiots who walk their dogs and let them jump in the water to have a little swim and then bang, see you later. They lost their dog. So
why are
Yeah,
you
do you know
building
what?
houses
I saw a
near where
story one
sharks
time.
live?
I saw a story one time where there was this guy. Who's, I'm sure it's in Australia. I'm 100% certain it's in Australia. He's an owner and proprietor, or whatever you want to call it, of a golf course. And there was some tidal flooding near his golf course.
Not
And
far from me,
his entire course was flooded. And then after a few months of it drying out and that, he started getting players, playing golf around it and that. And like they were saying that people's dogs were going missing in a pond in the middle of this golf course, and they couldn't understand why. And they thought it was a croc, and they tried to, and they worked it out. And what had happened was, during the flooding, a bull shark had swam across the bloody golf course, found the deep water at the pond, decided to retreat down there. This is the theory. Decided to retreat in the deep water, stayed there. Once the flooding had resided and everything had dried out, and the people, this shark is now a resident of this pond in the middle of a golf course. I mean, I call it a pond. It's a bit more than a pond. It's about 800 yards wide and.
Budge, I've played the golf course a few times. It's a big lake in the middle of the course, and like I say, when the water's receded, and went back, the shark got caught in the fucking big lake.
In the lake, because he'd gone to the deep water for shelter.
Yeah, and he couldn't get out.
Yeah.
So that's where
is that shark still in that lake now?
That was a few years ago, Bud. Whether he's still there or survived being just in the lake without the.
Well, the thing is, I mean, if there's plenty of fish and shit in the lake, there's no reason why he couldn't survive,
Maybe,
because they can adapt. They can adapt from salt water to fresh water. Luke, are you still with us, mate?
Yeah, I was just thinking about that shark. I mean, that course designer has taken a water hazard to a massive degree.
Yeah. I love the way you look at shit, mate. I swear.
You often see it in America where the alligators are coming out of the ponds next to the goldfish.
Also, that, Kieran, down in the Everglades, they've got a massive problem with big snakes, haven't they?
Yeah. Snakes and alligators, that's their thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm quite happy where I am. The worst thing that's coming to my garden is if I'm unlucky, and I mean really unlucky, a badger. But I mean, I've got slow worms in my garden.
But have you? I haven't seen a slow worm in probably 40 years.
Yeah, same here.
That's what everyone said to me. But my cat has brought in probably over the last 24 months 50 slow worms. So I think I may have either a cat that just seeks out slow worms or a lot of slow worms where I am. I'm not 100%. I don't want to go into the maths, but I can lift up. One of my
for those people that are viewing this now live or later on maybe, if you don't know what a slow worm is, basically it's a lizard without legs. That's basically what it is.
And it's not very quick.
No, it's pretty damn slow, if I'm honest. You beat it from the lights in a smart car, put it that way.
I'll tell you one thing I did realise here, with all the snakes we came across out west, how fucking fast they are. Jesus Christ, they move quick.
What are?
The snake. They really move quick.
Most snakes can move quickly. Most snakes.
Fucking hell, mate. the brown snake here is deadly.
Hammerhead has got a resident pet fox. They're all right. Uncaged foxes are all right. Trouble is with the fox is that they act more like a cat than they do a dog, and for that reason,
Well, the thing, this is it
they're
though.
not high on my
The
list.
thing about any undomesticated animal will stink. A fox,
Yeah.
you let it anywhere near it will stink to high heaven.
Oh yeah. And do
So
you
I
know what?
wouldn't
There's a woman that lives. Oh, maybe.
Get rid of that, Mohammed, mate.
15.
As soon as possible.
Yeah, there's a woman that lives maybe 15 miles away from me, maybe less, and she's known as the Fox Lady because she rescues them when they're injured in road traffic accidents, etc. And she'll bath them up and this and that. And do you know what? There was a video on BBC regional news not too long ago about her, and she's sitting in her house chatting to this reporter, and she's got a fox asleep on her lap. There's one asleep on the floor down by her feet. There's one eating out of a dog bowl over there. There's one sniffing the reporter's feet, and you know, I mean, she's got about a dozen foxes in her house. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. She's got.
Well, you can domesticate a fox. It's like a dog, but you're gonna have to take one in from the wild, and it is gonna just be awful. Everything about it.
But that's what I'm saying. They're more like a cat than they are a dog.
No, they're dogs, mate.
They don't act like dogs, mate. I've been around dogs all my life. I've bred them. I've written a book.
Yeah, but that's only because they're little. So if you've got a little dog,
no. You. What I mean is that if you watch a dog, any breed, for example, if it was running and had to jump over a hurdle of some description, yeah. If you watch a dog do that, they've all got the same movement. Front legs over, back legs afterwards. Okay. A cat doesn't always do it that way. A lot of the time, a cat will step over. No matter how high it is, even if they have to jump, there's always a step in motion when they. And foxes are very much the same. Trust me, I've done some research.
Yeah, but you got to remember, mate. I'm a cat lover. I ain't taking foxes. They're dogs. You're having them.
No, they're not dogs.
They're not cats.
Well,
They're certainly not cats.
No, they're not. But they're not dogs.
They're part of the wolf.
They're part
family.
of the cane. They're part of the canine.
We're not having
But
foxes.
that doesn't make it a dog. Mate, would you
We're
say
not-
that a Mexican hairless is a dog? I wouldn't.
I don't know anything about dogs. Makes them a cat man.
Oh.
You can ask me about cats, and I'll tell you anything you want.
Do you know, I've had some beautiful dogs in my time. I had a dog called Dax, right? He was a Sussex bulldog. Sussex, as in the county that I live in. Yeah, Sussex bulldog, and he was just incredible dog. He was like just over 9 stone. And at a push, you could get him over a 6-foot fence. You could get his front paws on it and pull himself over. Best mate I ever had. Anyway,
What?
cats are all
I was
right.
just thinking, Kieran. Actually, big cats is something Australia is the one killer Australia probably hasn't got.
Oh, well,
Oh, no.
yes and no. Yes
There's
and no.
there's a few cougars over there, mate.
Be honest, they do regard feral cats out here a big problem because they're so good at hunting that they're killing the local the wildlife. The local wildlife that's too good. What?
That's introduced, though, isn't it? As a mean,
Yeah.
it's not.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
because the
haven't got
cats have
any-
been
you
introduced
haven't got
there.
any
They really,
indigenous
but
wild
they're such
cats out there.
prolific hunters. They're so good at
Oh.
it. I mean, a feral cat live out west here, not a problem. Not a problem because they're just great hunters. And like I said, the local little wildlife here and all the animals, they do take a toll on them.
Actually, do you know what? Hammeret's got a couple of cats, and one of them is pretty aloof, and the other one is quite friendly. And I can't remember the names of either of them. She will remind me in the chat in a minute, no doubt. But
well, it doesn't matter, Budgie. It doesn't matter with Budgie with cats, because cats don't remember their name.
No, but the white one, he's actually all right, or she. He's actually all right. Really, I get on really well with it. When I've been to visit her in the past and that, I've gone around and I'm mates with this one. I don't make friends with cats very often, and I've been trying to make it my mission to be friends with the tortoiseshell as well, but I ain't having none of it. Just
yeah, but you've got to remember, Budgie, you may be a dog man, but there are only two real animals that humans have proper, in inverted commas, relationships with, and that's cats or dogs.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, I don't like cats. Okay, have a go with a hamster. I mean, rubbish. A goldfish.
My daughter made me buy her 2 guinea pigs for Christmas, right? She had them in her boyfriend's flat for 10 days, I think it was. And I've had them for the rest of the time. And they drive me.
Yeah, but that's it, though, isn't it? You can have a hamster. You can have a hamster or a rabbit, but there's only a cat or a dog that you can have sleep on your bed that will go away, will not shit on the bed with regular occurrences unless it's ill. You know what I mean? So it's cats or dogs, isn't it? So you're a dog man, brilliant. I'm a cat man, brilliant. But it's there's other widows. Imagine having a snake in a big glass tank, I don't
know. No, I think fish is pretty safe.
Fish is quite fun to watch, but you can't snuggle up to it, can you? It's not going to give you the same.
Did you know that every fish is born with the name Bob? It's true. Have you seen it? Like every fish, they call out their mate's name. Look, they go Bob, 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 Bob. And that's one. Anyway, enough of this nonsense.
You've been reading that joke pamphlet again, Budgie?
Well, that one you sent me? Yeah, of course I have. Hammerhead's got it right, look. Hammerhead got it absolutely right. Cats are dicks.
Yeah, but they are. But
I like dogs. So dogs, mate.
They got great independence. Cats are really independent.
Cats are dicks, but so are all my human friends, etc. In some way or another. They're, you know, it's just a.
I believe that. I definitely believe that, man.
But you know what I mean? We're all
Kieran, have you seen the shoe bill up close?
I don't think I have, Sharky. I don't think I have. I think seen an echidna up close. I'd stop the car so he could get across the road, you know, so he didn't run it over. They're a gorgeous little creature. The echidna.
Was that a what?
The echidna. The one with all the spikes on it, Bud. You ever see it? It curls up in a ball when you come near it. It's just full of spikes.
Like an hedgehog?
Huh?
Like an hedgehog?
They're just a little slow. They're one of the things cats can kill quite easily because they're slow. And they just wander about. But they're a lovely little creature. They're nice.
Well, that's the only thing I don't. That's the only thing I don't like about cats is they don't kill for food. A lot of the time, they kill.
No, they kill. Mate, listen, my mum, right, bless her, she can't even get out of bed, right, without a hoist and all that nonsense. So she's bedbound, mum, poor old mum. My sister thought it would be, no, not my sister, my brother's ex-girlfriend thought it would be a great idea to get my mum a cat, which she sees for about 45 minutes a day, every day. That's it. The rest of the time, the cat is bringing mice and fucking birds and anything into the house, right? The other day, the cat came into the house and dropped into my lap a live mouse. Didn't even kill it. Picked it up by the scruff of the neck and dumped it in my lap. I swear to God, if I find that cat, I am going to wring its bloody neck. It made me shit myself. Honestly, I swear to God, I properly
Yeah, but it's
screamed
a
like
bit
a
like,
little girl.
but you've got to remember, people say you can't train cats. Well, I kind of a little bit disagree with that. Look, you can't train to the same degree as dogs. But my cat knows if it comes in with anything, it has got to be on its toes, because if I get anywhere near it or what it brings in, both of them are going out with a smash. And also as well, I've had cats for many years, and I only ever get females. I would never ever get a boy cat who's about 2 years old, because you're never ever going to see that boy cat once you let it out. Once it's out, especially if it's not had its nuts cut off.
Yeah, you know, he's going to be out there studying himself every night.
Yeah, so I
Every
get
night. And
girls
during
that
the
have
day,
been
he'll be
snipped.
recovering in some poor bastard's shed. Going back to the comment a moment ago from Amret saying about having lost a dog a little while ago. I know what that's like. When I lost my Dax, I was when I was digging his grave, I would lay there with him. You know what I mean? It was horrible. Horrible. I mean, imagine burying a 9+ stone dog 6 foot deep. Imagine how big that hole had to be. I went 6 foot with him. It was horrible. It's not a very nice thing to lose a pet.
I've had all of my cats cremated and put in little wooden boxes
Have you?
at great expense.
I'd do that with any cat anyway, whether it's going to die or not. I'd have it put in a little wooden box, cremate the fucking dog. Nah, mate, actually, you know, cats can be quite fun. I mean, as I said, my mum's got this Mary, she's quite funny. And like that, sometimes, you know, she'll have a little play and a little game with you and that. But then there's other times, you know, you go anywhere near her, fuck it wants to
The cats are like, dogs are like children up until the age of 10. Cats are like teenagers.
Yeah.
They're a different kind of fun, but they're
kind of either they kind of switch between teenagers and 10-year-olds.
But the thing is,
sometimes they want all the love in the world. And, you know, you can literally pick them up by their feet and pretend they're like, you know, swinging them and all that.
Well, the thing is,
you know, you
that's why
they're going to have you.
There's so many feral cat. A feral cat here, it'll survive. If you put a cat out in the wild, even though it's domesticated, it'll survive. Where a dog won't. A domesticated dog, unless he scavenges, he can't survive. Where a fucking cat will. It's really independent, and it'll, you know, them old hunting instincts come back, mate, and he'll straight out there. He'll find food.
Yeah. Good night, Thank you for joining us.
I call cats land sharks.
Land sharks.
Because that's what they do, cats. They're like owls.
They're the ultimate hunter. They're the ultimate hunter. All the cat families. They really are.
So if you could have any member of the feline family, the cat family, as a companion, let's not say as a pet, let's say as a companion, which cat would you go for? Would you go for a domestic cat? Would you go for a big cat? What kind of cat would you go for?
Nice puma. Or a panther. Nice black panther. That'd be nice in the end of the arm, wouldn't it? Walking down the high street. That'll stir up the old ladies.
Yeah. Later, Chicks. Thank you for joining us, mate. I appreciate you.
Jesus, you must be.
For me, well, I think personally, I would have to go with. I definitely would have to go with the mountain lion. Yeah, puma, definitely. The mountain. Actually, I don't know. Snow leopards are pretty damn tough.
Nice and sleek, isn't it? Beautiful, beautiful looking beast.
Well, the snow leopards. I mean, I don't know
Yeah,
whether
nice,
you've seen
yeah.
it, but there's
Gold.
this show where they cover, obviously, you know, like a natural history show where they cover all different kinds of animals, and there's this one where they show the snow leopard, sorry, and when it's taking prey, and they've got, I think they're ibis or ibex or something like that. It's some kind of deer.
Yeah.
And they stand on the rocks, and you know, even if it's almost a sheer face, they find a way of balancing themselves. You know? And they're pretty safe from most predators, but not from the bloody snow leopard. And these fuckers, I swear to God, they will leap like 30 foot across a void to hit their prey, and then they will fall 60, 80, 100 feet down into a ravine, hitting rocks and snow pads and then more rocks and all that on the way. And they will not let go, them motherfuckers. They will not let go. And like, you know, you think to yourself, oh, that's it, that cat done. You know, both of them animals are going to be laying at the bottom of the ravine and they're done. And oh God, no. You know, the deer or whatever it is, you know, is kicking and trying to get up, and the leopard has got a better grip on it, and it all, you know, it's just incredible footage. Incredible footage. And I was just really impressed. Where did Luke go? I mean, he just didn't even
disappeared.
Say goodbye.
The cat got him.
Yeah. Hammerette agrees with you. She'd go with the panther.
Yeah, it's a beautiful,
which is basically a black
beast,
leopard. It's a leopard with a pigmentation problem, actually. You know, but
beautiful.
What a beautiful animal. What a beautiful animal.
Yeah.
Okay. In the chat. Jungle
Pink
Book.
Panther, yeah, now you're talking.
No, Jungle Book. Jungle Book. Name the character of the Black Panther. What was his name? What was his name? Mowgli was the human. What was the name of the panther in the Jungle Book? You wouldn't see a panther in your grass, FF.
No, it's quite short at the moment. So I'll be right.
Can you remember?
There was a time when you might be right. There was a time here when a fucking elephant could have hid. But there you go.
I like the cheetah, says Happy Amaret. Solitary, independent, big cats. Well, the most solitary and the most independent of the big cats actually is the tiger. The only time they ever associate with another cat is during their mating period. Yeah. Otherwise, I mean, listen, a tiger, male, could have a cub or cubs with this female, call her female A, in, say, August, and then by October, if she wanders into his territory, he'd kill her and her cub. Don't matter if it's his or not, he'd kill them.
Yeah, them white ones are beautiful, aren't they?
What the Bengal, the Arctic tiger, whatever it's called. Is it the Bengal tiger? No.
Yeah. Well, Bengal tiger. I don't know how.
The Bengal is the biggest of the tigers, isn't it?
Yeah, he's the one out in India.
Siberian. The Siberian tiger is the white one. They're the ones, because obviously they're, you know,
yeah, pretty stunning, aren't they? Stunning looking animals.
Oh gosh, absolutely beautiful. Caracal is a lovely cat. Yeah, a very pretty cat. Not so big, but a really attractive cat. Also, a lynx is an attractive cat.
I'll tell you what's coming soon here, Budgie, is whale watching. Whale watching period coming up in I think it's October, November, September, October, November. What happens here? They migrate the whales. They come from the
Well,
And
are
they
we
go
talking about a bit? Are we talking about the big krill eating whales? You know, like the
massive,
blue whale
massive whales. Yeah,
yeah,
massive whales. And
size of four double
you can
decker
go out on
buses and all
boats
that.
here. You go out a boat from the coast here and just watch them coming
Nice.
by. There's
I
that
would
many of
imagine
them.
that's very interesting.
Yeah, I done it
So
once.
we've had a couple of guesses in the chat. Lou was one of the guesses from Sharpie, and Happy Hammerette said Lou was the ape. I think Sharpie. We're talking about King Louis.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was
Well,
King
budget.
Louis.
If you're talking about King Louis in
He
Jungle
was the
Book,
orangutan. Yeah.
do you know who that was based on, or the actual character? Why he was called King Louis?
Oh, probably something to do with the French kings, I would imagine.
Hmm?
Something to do with the French kings, King Louis.
No, the actual.
Louis
Do
Armstrong.
you remember his song, don't you? I'm the king of the swingers.
I'm the king of the swingers. A jungle
Yeah.
VIP. Yeah, I'll remember.
Right, you do remember it, right? That is a guy called Louis Prima.
Louis. Yes.
And he sang that, and Louis Prima was regarded as king of the swing music.
Oh look! Oh no!
Oh no, the green! It's all gone fucking wonky. What's happening? Ariola's taken a dive. Oh, he's gone! He's gone! Ariola's fucking collapsed. He's injured for 2 weeks now.
Hold up!
Fabianski's starting the game. He's gone, mate. Oh, fuck. What have you done to him? Jesus Christ. Yeah, he's back up. He's back up. He's all right. He's all right, ladies and gentlemen. Ariola's back up.
Ariola's back.
False alarm.
Yeah, that's it. Oh, that was all right. I actually set the camera up half decently. It could do with coming down a tiny little bit, I reckon. About there. Yeah, that'll do, mate.
Yeah, that was the story of Louis Prima, mate.
Louis Prima was Louis Prima. Of course it was.
Yeah.
Course. But you know, there's been a couple of live action remakes of Jungle Book recently, didn't there?
Yeah, not the same.
One called Mowgli and one called The Jungle Book.
Yeah. The original was fantastic.
Well,
I loved it.
you know, they I know they were. It was. But the remakes, I found them entertaining, both of them.
Yeah, they're all good, but you just can't beat that first one.
But
can you?
The actors that have done the voiceovers and that,
yeah,
you know, people like Benedict Cumberbatch was in what he was the Panther. I'm not going to give you his name yet, because people haven't got it right in the chat yet. 1 minute, where's we now? There it is. Sheba. No, Sheba was one of the wolves actually. Sheba was the she-wolf. But I think that was the wolf, the mother wolf that raised Mowgli. So it wasn't Sheba. Sharky says I can't remember. Baloo was the bear, that's correct. And in one of those live action things, Baloo is played by, and I think it's the Mowgli one. Baloo is played by Bill, he was Scrooged. What was his name? Bill Murray. Ghostbusters, Scrooged. Bill Murray, you know Bill Murray, the actor from Ghostbusters. Yeah. He done the voiceover for Baloo in one of them. And the other one was voiced over by Andy Serkis. Andy Serkis.
Oh, yeah, remember him well.
He does all the live action, you know, like the caption footage for like Planet of the Apes, King Kong, that kind of stuff.
That's right, yeah.
Great actor as well. So yeah, you're correct, Hammerette. Baloo is the bear. Bentley, the panther. No, it's not Bentley. Louis Armstrong, that's who I thought he meant, but it's not Louis Armstrong. It was Louis What was it? Louis what?
Louis Prima.
Prima, that was it. I was going to say Sheba, because that fucking Sheba got in the head.
It's pretty clever, actually, how they did it, Disney, and that with him.
Yeah.
Because he was classed as king of the swingers, right? Because of the swing music he played, big band swing music. And to use him as the ape was, it was called King Louis. Was really clever.
I know, yeah. And do you know what? I'm loving this quiz that I've just banged out there willy-nilly, because nobody can remember it. Like Happy Amaret says, I know that the tiger was Shere Khan, correct.
Yeah,
What
the bad boy.
was the Black Panther called? I'm not going to tell you yet. I'm going to give you a couple of minutes to keep thinking.
I know it weren't Brian.
It weren't Brian, though. Oh, dear. What's that? Floppy Budgie? No, it weren't Floppy Budgie, Amaret. Areola bounces back. He does.
Yeah, I can't remember that name, geezer. I remember it well, and I can't remember it. How's that?
All right, okay. Hammerhead says, can't stand that bloody orangutan in it. It really pisses me off. What, King Louis? Ah, he's great. And in the live action one with that's the one with Bill Murray as the bear, Baloo, and I believe it's Benedict Cumberbatch as the panther, who I will name later. King Louis is played by
He's saying Chris Walken.
Yeah, Christopher Walken. That's correct. It is him. Are you having a look on YouTube on Google? Are you?
Yeah. Oh, who used to name that panther?
Chris Walken.
Wasn't it quite a sinister name, bud? Am I right? It's quite a.
Oh no.
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 What's his name?
No. I will give you a clue. Okay. Back in the 1970s, now there's only going to be a few of us that will remember that. In the 1970s, there was an Italian car company that really only did one model of car that was successful. They did a couple of others that weren't so successful, but they did one model that was very successful, and it was named the same as the panther in the Jungle Book. Now, the company were called De Tomaso.
Well, that doesn't help. That doesn't help. Not me anyway. I don't remember that.
The car was called the De Tomaso Pantera, but it had a sub-name.
Yeah.
The same as this panther. The Pantera being panther, yes. And then they did a limited edition of it called the name. Can't remember the snake either. That was Car. K-A-A. Car. And Kate Blanchett played the voice in the live action one that I like. Which was, I believe that one was called Baloo. No, not Baloo. What's the boy's name? Mowgli. Was it Bar or something?
Well, you're thinking a car then.
Yeah, Car. It was Car. I am backstage, internet blew up. Sorry, Luke. Didn't realise you were there, son. Hello, dude. Sorry, mate. Didn't realise you were there. My bad.
Well, I want to be like you, hoo-hoo.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Luke, laugh out loud. Hold up. It fucking jumped again. It keeps doing this to me. Right. Right. Okay. So Hammerhead has obviously Googled it because he's got it right. Because he didn't know it before.
Bagheera. That's it.
Bagheera. So De Tomaso Pantera Bagheera. That was the car to have back in 75, 76, I believe it was. Yeah, Bagheera. Correct.
Bagheera.
Bagheera.
Well done. Nice Googling.
It was driving her nuts, apparently. I love it. I love it. And the snake was car, correct? Yes, it was. Yeah, you said bar. That was the sheep. the snake hair. Oh, Mr. Bond, got to go. Thank you for joining us, James. Thank you for joining us, mate. And hope to see you again soon in the near future. Don't forget, tomorrow night, Jake from West Ham Unofficial is interviewing me on the In Crowd. So that'll be tomorrow night, 8 o'clock. Check it out. Get in the live chat. I don't know if Jake is going to be able to make it because he has got educational commitments, but hopefully he might be able to. So let's see. But I'll definitely be in the live chat.
No, that's 5 in the morning. You can shove it.
Yeah. Nice one, mate. Thank you.
Catch you later. I'll catch you later.
I know you will. Good night, Mr. Bong. Thank you. Everybody say, oh, look, it's Johnny.
Yeah, see you later, James Lee.
It does this every time.
Anyway, just to recap, because I was asleep when it all went on. So they won 2-1 and 1-1 with Boreham Wood. Is that what's happened overnight? Is it just another kick about?
Yeah. Oh, is it Boreham Wood was the other game? Was it Boreham Wood?
Yeah. I know it was Boreham Wood.
Yeah. So we beat Boreham Wood 2-1. Then I think. No.
Yeah.
We beat Ipswich 2-1, and we drew 1-1 with Boreham Wood, and Ben Rahman scored the goal, which tells you a lot, really. If we're drawing 1-1 with Boreham Wood.
Yeah, but it's just a kick about, isn't it?
Yeah. Doesn't matter, does it?
Doesn't it?
No, it doesn't matter.
I thought every game mattered if I was honest.
You know where I'm going Sunday? Budgie, do you know where I'm going Sunday?
Yeah, Aston Villa versus somebody or other, wasn't it? Leeds. Aston Villa Leeds, yeah.
I get to see a pre-season game, would you believe it?
Do me a favour, Kieran. Do me a little match day vlog. We can bang on the channel.
Well,
No, listen. I'll give you a brief rundown of what I would like you to do. And if you feel up for it, then you know what I mean. Listen, it's a 5-minute job.
Because I was on with Stuart, he asked me to do a little bit, and I said, look, I'll be with Kieran, and if I can organise, just show a couple of bits and that, I will. And I'll send that.
Well, all I would require is this, right? Hello, it's Kieran. I'm at home. It's blah blah time at the day. I'm about to leave to go to the match between Aston Villa and Leeds. Bosh. Right. This is me and Kieran. We're on our journey. We're on our way. Talk to you at the stadium. Bang. This is the stadium. Hello. This is the stadium. And we're here. Thank you for joining us. I'll see you after the game. Half time. Hello. It's half time. The score is blah, blah, blah. End of the game. Hello. Kieran here. The game finished, blah, blah, and me and Kieran had a really good time, blah, blah, blah.
It was a typical pre-season game. It was a bag of shite.
Well, that's what I want. That's all I want. It's just literally a 30-second burst of vocal. That's it, and video. That's it. You know, of like each thing, you know?
Right.
This is me having my breakfast. This is me on the way there in my car or however you get there. On the bus wanger.
Yeah, it could be a bus anyway, way to get in there.
Yeah. Bus wanker in it is always a good way to get there. That's how I went and got me pie and mash the other day. I've got to be honest. Yeah. Double pie, double mash, liquor.
Well, you must have that little pass that gets you on for free, Budgie, about now, don't you?
Wait, stop it. I'm 60, I'm not 65. Actually, no, I've got to be 67 now to get it to call it. No, you didn't Google it. Right, okay. Well, Google's not always the answer. There's always Alexa.
You just can't wait for the
Feature.
pre-season to be over, couldn't you? And just get on with it. You know,
Budgie,
it's,
Budgie, would you like another Disney question?
A Disney question. Don't have to be Disney, but yeah, go on. Yeah, go on. Why not?
Which is the only Disney titular character that doesn't speak?
which character?
Titular,
Johnny-
as in it has its name within the name of the film.
Okay.
Um,
So I'm assuming you're referring to Tinkerbell.
yeah. Whatever film it could,
Tinkerbell.
Beauty and the Beast.
In the original Peter Pan, Tinkerbell don't talk, does she?
I don't think. Well, yeah, but the film's called Peter Pan, not Tinkerbell.
Oh, right. Problem, right. What the fuck does titular mean?
The name of the character is in the name of the film.
Ah, right.
Jeez,
So
I've only got
repeat the
about
question.
1,000 films to choose from.
Repeat the question. Who is the
Which-
only titular character for Disney?
Which does not speak.
Does not stink.
Speak.
Speak. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Talk.
Dumbo.
Yeah, well done.
Well done, Kieran. Yeah.
Don't know where that came from.
Well, no, I've learned two things now. Titular means the title character, and Kieran's not as thick as I thought he was.
No. I don't know. Dumbo. Got that one.
No, but that's quite good. That is really good. Yeah. Oh, hold up. He's fallen into a glass of ice now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, another Disney question. Let's have a Disney question. Come on, Kieran. You come up with a Disney question.
I'm not good at thinking on my feet.
Well, the ultimate one, the nice one is, nice and easy one. What was Mickey Mouse's original name?
Oh, that was.
I didn't know that.
Uh,
Jerry.
Hang on, no, that was. Hang on, it was. Oh, mate. Oh, I can fucking picture it. Hey, what?
Toot, toot.
Steamboat Willie.
Well done. Well, I don't know if that was the original name. That's what I think it might be.
Yeah, no, I think that was originally.
Yeah, I think that's
Yeah,
the original
you know,
cartoon, isn't it?
That was the
That was-
original cartoon, Steamboat Willie, and
Yeah.
it featured the mouse, and they later called him Mickey. Yeah, correct, Mundo. Steamboat Willie. Wow. Okay, I have a Disney question for you.
Yeah, last time I asked you a question, you didn't like it because I wanted the two Aussies that scored a goal in a FA Cup final, and you wanted to kill me when I gave you the answer.
I know, but you know, I didn't want to kill you. I mean, that's a bit extreme, mate. You know what I mean?
No, most
Yeah.
people do when you do that one.
I would have had your hat and run off. But, you know. A Disney question for you. Okay. In the story about King Arthur, in the cartoon version of the story of King Arthur and the film was called The Sword in the Stone. There we go. In that movie, in that story, the wizard Merlin goes to the forest and battles a witch. What is the name of that witch? Go.
Well, one, I don't know the name of the witch, but I think that film's called The Black Cauldron, not Sword in the Stone.
No, it's called The Sword in the Stone. Hang on, I'll tell you what I'll do.
It ain't Cruella.
No, it's not Cruella. No. Hang on. The Sword in the stone. Right, hang on, bear with me for a minute. (1964) film produced by Disney. There we go. Right, hold up. Oh, why have you done that? There we go. Right, let me just quickly open that up. Oh my God, what the hell? I'll just accept for here. Bloody cookies and shit. Oh mate, it's doing my head in. Oh, there we go. This is taking forever. Sorry guys. Oh. It's all gone very quiet. I disappeared. I don't know what happened there. Hello, is anybody with me? Luke, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here, mate.
Oh, good. Oh, right. Okay, Kieran's obviously gone off to make himself a coffee.
I'd like to say, mate,
Yep.
in the fact that we're talking about Disney,
Yeah.
we Frozen.
But it was definitely called Sword in Stone, 1964.
Well, all right, mate. As we're talking about Frozen, just let it go. Let it go.
Oh my God, you just kill me, mate. You kill me. Oh dear.
Never watched it.
Yeah, but you've heard the song. You've heard the song, definitely. You've got to have done. You cannot be human and not have heard that song.
Don't know.
Well, I'm quite lucky. My little 7-year-old girl isn't. She doesn't like Frozen. She prefers to watch Cars or Pokemon.
Yeah, well, I've got to be honest. I thought Cars was a banging movie.
Yeah, Cars are brilliant.
Yeah, Cars 2's even better. There you go. Right, so, yes. Do we know the name of...
No, we don't.
No,
Me and
we-
Kim
probably
were
not.
talking about this for about, I don't know.
I don't think anybody in the chat had a go either.
Well, no, because you picked a character from an obscure Disney film
Yeah,
in 1960.
most people were dead.
Oh, happy saying
Fiona.
good night, chat. Stay safe. Good night, Happy. No, it's not Fiona. That's Shrek, you don't know. Her name was Madam Mim.
Jesus Christ.
Fuck's sake, Kieran, I can't believe you didn't get that.
It's true. And the reason I know that is because that was one of my daughter's nicknames.
Well,
We're getting desperate now.
You know, oh, really? Is it that bad?
Yeah.
Oh, well, hang on. What's Luke? Oh, no, Luke's saying, on my own, talking about Disney. What a life. Brilliant, isn't it? Now, that I don't know what happened there. I really don't know what happened there. I went on to some other page and just Anyway, you're not alone, Lukey. Sharky HH and I are here. Right, we're all here. Anyway, I have been here for now 3 hours and 35 minutes. And I really wasn't intending on doing that. It's 1:05 in the morning for me. Oh my God. So, guys, girls, chat, guests, I am going to call it a day. I am absolutely knackered. I really want to thank you both for coming on, though. Just any time I go live, you know, I'll bung the link in the thing, and you're always welcome on. You know that, guys. Luke,
also, next time, Kieran, next time, can you fucking brush up on your Disney? Yeah.
Yeah,
you made us look like chumps there. To be honest,
doesn't matter anyway. I'd learn it all. I'd learn it all and forget it the next day anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Fucking Alzheimer's not good. So yeah. Anyway, I got King Louis. I always remember that.
Yeah, true. You did. You got that. Right, listen, guys and girls. Thank you very much for joining me. It is gone 1 in the morning. We will end the stream there. Thank you for joining us in the chat. Obviously, Luke, thank you for joining me on screen. Kieran, thank you for joining me on screen.
See you later, Luke.
Joining us in the chat. Well, Happy Amaret, thank you for joining us. Sharky, we had Titch in the chat earlier. We got Hammerhead in the chat. We had we had lots of people in the chat. We had James Bond. Yeah, we had who else did we have? Oh, I can't even go that far back anymore. Yeah, but we had quite a few people in the chat. It was really nice to see you all. Epic was in the chat at one point. Really nice to see you all, guys. If you're watching this on a rewind, hopefully you will have already subscribed to the channel. If you haven't done, please do now. It really helps us out. I don't know how, but I'm told it does. Kieran and I are regulars on this channel. Luke's a regular guest every now and again. Regular every now and again. That don't sound right.
Sounds good,
you know what I mean. You know what I mean.
I'm not too moron.
When the season starts up again, we will definitely be having some heated discussions and some valid discussions and some so valid discussions.
Rama's still shit. Don't care.
Yeah. We are going to be doing another match day rewind pretty soon, which will be the 1980 FA Cup final. There is a link on my playlists to the game, full game.
Have you watched that game?
I've watched it a number of times, Luke. It's incredible game.
Not the most interesting game, to be honest.
No, but I agree, but there's a lot of talking points in it.
I know we lost the Liverpool 2005.
Oh right, yeah. That was a much more exciting game, definitely. Yeah, definitely. But you know, I mean, I will do one on the 2006. Actually, 2006. 2006 final. I will do one on that at some point, but the next one I'm doing is the 1980, purely for the simple reason is that we were a second division team at the time, and we went in and beat Arsenal, who had a UEFA League Cup or Cup Winners' Cup final 5 days later or 7 days later, wasn't it, Kieran? Something like that.
Yeah, the week later or whatever, or it might have been the midweek.
You know, and we went out there and we beat them. We only beat them 1-0, but even so, I believe there are a lot of very, very good talking points.
Great kit. Great kit.
Yeah.
Our best kit.
One of the best kits.
Yeah. And both, and unusually, both teams were in their away kit on the day.
Yeah, that is quite an unusual event as well, really. Yeah. Anyway, chaps, thank you for joining me.
Yeah,
thank you
cheers,
for being in the chat once again. I will end the stream, and if you're in the green room afterwards, we'll have a little chat. If not, then speak to you soon.
Yeah.
Take care, everybody. I'm not going to play a video to end the stream with. I'm just going to end it. In fact, no, I am going to play a little video. Seeing as I have got the Wizard of Oz in there with me, I'm going to just give you a little bit of this.
Stand over the readers.
Green Street Elites, by the fans, for the fans. Remember to like, share, subscribe, and ring the notification bell for all future content. Come on, you irons! Don't forget, like, subscribe, share the content, and tickle that bell.